yeah. Hopping up the grease and I'm aggravating. Crazy, and money back up. Some nigga, she don't know how to act up. Asian, white, Latino, and black up. It's only one thing to do on this track. Crazy, and money back up. Some nigga, she don't know how to act up. Asian, white, Latino, and black up. It's only one thing to do on this track.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Art. A to the RT. So many niggas want beef, go to Arby's. Not too many rappers in this game that can stop me feeling cocky. Cause my flow hella stocky. Yeah, and I does this shit. Flow sick, something like when your two cousins kiss. Ill. And y'all niggas know who run this shit. They out of breath. Tell the coach I need 100 bricks. Let me cook them in the oven quick. Take them out when these percussions kick. Yeah, and it was never really a discussion, kids. Trade you to another team like the Russians did. Whoa, what the bitches that be sucking dick? Hit me up, you know I love that shit. Yeah, and it's all go when I touch that bitch. Pass it to me, watch me clutch that shit. Swish, swish.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Up to Speed with Trip Simpson. I am your host, Trip Simpson, in the building.
The first of his name, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
That's right, that's right. And before we get this live stream started today, you know, first and foremost, we gotta handle business. Let's get it.
Family moving up in the business. I know you're gonna look after family.
What family you talking about, Ice?
Fuck, I look invisible, nigga.
That's right, I am not invisible, so do me a favor. If you're watching live on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and select all. If you're watching live on Twitter, shout out to Big Twitter. Hit that like button, hit that retweet button, help us get off in this algorithm. If you're watching live on Rumble on Facebook, hit that like button, hit that share button. We're going to have a very interesting show for you tonight. Of course, we are going to talk about none the less this Drake and Kendrick Lamar situation. So first and foremost, let me let y'all niggas know. Let me let y'all niggas know something first and foremost. Beige your niggas up, man. Beige niggas up, man. Beige niggas is up. That's right. Contrary to popular belief, it is no secret that I definitely believe that Drake is currently winning or has maybe even won this rap beef between him and Kendrick Lamar. Now, what I want to do tonight is I want to give you a brief intro to the topic. I want to give you my opinion real quick, and then I'm going to have a couple of guests come on. I got my man Cosby Digital in the house. I got my man Chaz in the house from the West Coast. And I believe Kirk Keys is supposed to show up at some point, but nonetheless, I will post the link in the chat, and the link is also posted in the description on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. You can click in if you want to join the conversation. We are going to talk about this Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef and what that means for the culture. All right. So, like I said, I believe Drake won, and I'll get into my main thoughts on Drake and his win a little later. But first, I want to discuss the biggest loser of this entire beef. I want to discuss the biggest loser of this entire beef. And surprise, surprise, it's not Kendrick Lamar. See, the biggest loser of this entire beef is the black community by way of you pro-black hope strategists. That's right. You Negroes are a complete and utter embarrassment. Y'all turn a fun rap beef into a race war that doesn't make any sense at all. But most importantly, you niggas have shown your hand once again, and all in all, it's a bad look for black people as a whole. You know, for a race of people who swears that they are all about equality and ending discrimination and bigotry, y'all sure as hell took the goddamn lead on this past week with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Hell, just the other day, you niggas was the same ones crying over DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, only to turn around and practice the opposite against Drake. See, from Rick Ross to Kendrick Lamar to every pro-black conscious influencer on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, it's a non-stop bombardment of racial slurs and outright hate towards a fellow black man. One, just because he's half Jewish, and two, just because he's light-skinned. First off, telling someone that they don't belong based on their ethnicity or half their ethnicity is discrimination. Imagine if Dale Earnhardt Jr. led all NASCAR fans against Bubba Wallace solely on the fact that he's black in a white sport. See, you niggas would lose your shit. Then it was the constant belittling of people who are considered light-skinned. I mean, I find it funny how all type of jokes could be cracked on people with lighter skin. But as soon as you say anything about how dark someone is, they damn near want to cry. It's like they can practice colorism against you, but you can't do it to them. They can say as much racist shit against white folks and other ethnicities as they want, but when they get the same energy, it's a problem. Black folks, wake up. You're delusional. And this is why I say black people as a whole took the biggest L, because you put this behavior online, on social media for the entire world to see. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a major blow to any sort of public opinion towards the overall plight of the group or black people in general. Prime example. I want to show this interaction between Vlad from Vlad TV and this strong independent queen who happens to be a Princeton professor. Let me show you this. This was an exchange that happened on Twitter. Give me 1 second. Shit was crazy. So there we have it. So let me get to it. All right, so there we go. It says, she says, okay, so Vlad says, Kendricks Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song. Nothing racist about that, just his personal opinion on the beat. This woman, Morgan Jenkins, comments on Twitter and says, you are white. This is a black folks affair. So then Vlad says, wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop. Is that how you interact with your students? She says, what I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should center black people, not you. Then he says, don't try to change your words. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. And then she says, semester's over, my contract has been completed, but thanks for trying to bully me out of a job for centering black people because you got your feelings hurt. Very retaliatory, huh? So he says, it's called a permanent record. Every university has one. I went to Berkeley myself. People spew ignorant and bigoted comments at you publicly and then act like they're getting bullied when they get the same response. Typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that. Then she says, sweetheart, before I was a professor at Princeton, I graduated from Princeton. He says, good luck being a professor at Princeton, yada, yada, yada. They go back and forth. And as you can see, the exchange wasn't pretty. And now what I want to do now is, you know, let me send these pictures over. I actually forgot to send these screenshots. There was a few comments under this post that I want to show you guys that really kind of stuck out to me and was basically a lot of what you saw under that. Give me 1 second. Send that over. Hold on, shit. All right, here we go. All right, let me get this up. Let me show you these comments real quick because this shit's crazy. This is a lot of the shit that you saw in this particular thread. All right, 1 second. Here we go. All right, so we got this first woman. She says, y'all black men are sad. She's saying we're sad because a lot of black men in the comments were saying that Vlad wasn't wrong. Right? And it's another woman says, I was thinking the same thing. And the guy says, how so? And she says, nobody finna uphold y'all when you did wrong. Another guy. She says, why? Because another black woman jumped out the window and y'all are expecting a black man to protect the very men y'all bash on this app daily. She says, it's not even funny and she not wrong. Y'all men just dick riders, right? This is what the women are saying. Another woman says, reading these comments got me looking at us sideways. So many black people are lost. I'm scared for us. Now, I want to stop it right there. I don't want to get too far into the comments because we got a whole 2-hour show to give you niggas tonight. But I just want y'all to look at this shit. I just want y'all to look at this shit, man. If a white person was this blatantly racist, you Negroes would start a riot and burn down your own community. There is absolutely zero tact involved when it comes to how we move. And this is why we always lose. Especially when you got the women running their damn mouths like they gonna actually throw a punch when the revolution starts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the way a group that is in last place should be operating. You should be quiet, you should be humble, and you should be building. But instead, you're the loudest, dumbest, brokest, and least powerful in the room. And the rest of the groups just smile in our face and laugh behind our back and use us as an example to each other as what not to do. Now, I'm not here to just beat up on black people. I'm just giving you my opinion. This is why I thought we lost, because we showed our cards. Too many black people were in direct opposite of what they claim they are. And it showed all over the internet by calling Drake all type of names because he's half white and half Jewish, saying he doesn't belong. But you the same niggas that'll cry and protest till the fucking wheels come off if the same shit happens to you. Hell, if a nigga mentions watermelon the wrong way, you niggas are crying and upset. But you think we got the right to do the same shit to other people? That's crazy. Now, why do I say Drake won this battle? Well, there's several reasons. There are several reasons. Reason number one, Drake actually was battling 7 dudes at the same time. 7 dudes at the same time. The start of this whole thing was when Metro Boomin popped it off. Metro Boomin, Future and Kendrick came out with that song Like That, sending shots at him and J. Cole out of nowhere. Then came Rick Ross. Then came Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, etc. But Drake murdered them all. All Kendrick did was participate in the attempted jump. Because that's how I feel. I feel like they tried to jump him, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And he still couldn't beat him. Oddly enough. Oddly enough. And almost all these guys who jumped in the fight, with the exception of Rick Ross, was beefing with Drake over a chick. So you just got sucker shit on top of sucker shit on top of sucker shit. Number two, after Drake came with push-ups, then he followed with Tailor Made. Kendrick took damn near a month just to figure out his whole game plan. In that same time period, and in between, he was searching for evidence. Also, it's worthwhile to note that Drake predicted Kendrick's whole attack in the song Tailor Made, which Kendrick had taken down. Most notably, he predicted the sex offender angle. But anyways, this month that Kendrick took time out to try to find dirt on Drake on, he came up with the songs Euphoria and 616 in LA. And if you notice in these songs, he kept trying to fake warn Drake about the moles he had in his camp. This is how I know Drake baited him in with the info. He kept alluding to the dirt from a close source. Kendrick did. And if you really pay attention, you'll notice that all these songs Kendrick dropped after Drake dropped Family Matters, he's stuck on the same subject. He never addresses anything that Drake actually said. He just keeps on honing in on false information. See, I honestly believe that Kendrick recorded all of his potential diss tracks during that time, and he waited to drop all of them back to back to back. But see, the problem is he slipped up because all of those songs were about the same fake news. This is why it was important for Drake to drop the Heart 6. He pretty much laid out the facts and the truth in real time, making it more difficult for Kendrick to drop his pre-recorded bullshit because it would be redundant at that point. Hence, where is the new instant track from Kendrick? Where is it? Where is it? Niggas was bragging on the internet. Cali niggas was bragging, talking about Kendrick had 10, 20 songs to drop on Drake. Where are they? Where are they? He's not going to drop them because it's about the same fake information. So, Kendrick's got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to go try to find more dirt on Drake so that he can dodge the true shit that Drake said about him. Notice, Kendrick's ex-fiance has not come out and refuted anything Drake said. As a matter of fact, Drake even alluded to the fact that he has the engagement ring Kendrick gave her. She hasn't refuted it. That's next level sinister warfare by Drake. But you race and skin color obsessed Negroes don't peep because you're too punch drunk on Kendrick and his Kundalini Kool-Aid. Bottom line, Drake lined this nigga up perfectly and had Kenny's chick in on it too. The war is over. Anybody watching this beef objectively has Drake winning easily, and that's off the making songs on fake news alone. No one in the OVO camp is a known pedophile or sex offender, and there is no 11-year-old daughter. However, you can't tell the pro-blacks, any of this. You can't tell them. See, they swear this nigga Drake is a colonizer, which is crazy. A whole other ridiculous allegation. First off, by default, if you call another man a colonizer, that makes you weak. Off the break, that would mean you're too stupid to think for yourself and another nigga had to hit the scene to manage your society for you. When I hear niggas use words like colonizer, I automatically know you're weak. Because only a nigga with the victim mentality is screaming out terms like that in 2024. Drake is the last person black folks need to be trying to identify as a colonizer or a threat to the community. The same pro-blacks that are using these terms don't check the real colonizers. The Bloods, the Crips, the Democrats, the black politician puppets that the Democrats have working for them. And last but not least, they don't check these serial, habitual, multi-baby daddy single mothers. But niggas don't deserve Drake, man. If I were Drake, I'd finish killing Kendrick off and then move on only to do pop from here on out. Let these niggas enjoy letting all the dark-skinned niggas, felons, and prostitutes destroy each other over these sinister beats for this degenerate culture. Those are my opening thoughts. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go to a brief commercial break and we're gonna bring in Cosby Digital and Chaz. They are gonna try to, I'm pretty sure, refute everything I'm saying. And it should be a good conversation. Also, don't forget, if you would like to join the conversation, if you're on Twitter, look in the title, click on the link, and it will take you to the call-in screen. If you are on YouTube or Facebook or Rumble, look in the description, click on the link, and you can join the conversation too. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals. A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. I'm John Kennedy, and I approve this message.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you?
What's up, Jake? What up? Where's Calvin? At the J.O.B., man. What? He's still flipping those burgers at Mickey D's? Here's your order.
Thanks, Calvin.
He's not tired of that yet. Could be kicking it with us, man.
Having big fun.
He says he has a plan, man.
Meet the newest member of our management team, Calvin.
Congratulations.
All right, man. Manager, dude. Cool.
Yep, I'm part of the management team now, Mama.
Oh, baby, I'm so proud of you.
Don't rip my boy too hard now.
Yeah, you're right, because he does wear some fresh clothes.
Yo, Calvin. Welcome to the hood. May we help you? So, nothing much. Well, I'm out. Hey, yo, Calvin. Man, what's the word on that job thing? Oh, man, you know, not for me. For a friend of mine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the squad here. We got Cosby Digital in the building. We got my nigga Chaz in the building from LA. And we're going to get this conversation going. Real quick, I want to start with probably the guy who's the most familiar with this situation and probably has more information than the rest of us. We're going to start with Chaz, who's over there on the West Coast, who I believe has done some work with that particular crew over there. So Chaz, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you think.
First thing, this is Grammy Award winning Chaz. That's how you introduce me. This ain't the same Chaz for the last time, nigga. This is Chaz, Grammy Award winning. It's not Grammy nominated. It's not all that other shit. But
congrats, bro.
Thanks, Cohen. But I kind of wanted to hear what Cohen had to say first.
Is there any way you can get more quiet, please?
Yeah, let me get a move. Go ahead, Cohen. Go ahead first while I'm getting in a better place.
Okay. What's up, good people? Haven't been on here in a while. Shout out to my fans. Shout out to the haters. I love you both. Trip, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You sound loud and clear.
All right. So, you had a very long monologue. It was a long diatribe. Full of
pause. Come on, man. We can't start off like that.
Full of beige rage, light-skinned tears. I wanted to go find my tiny violin to be like, man, when did you become so soft, bro? When did you?
I don't care.
It's my time to speak. When did you become so freaking like a snowflake, bro? I heard you complain about your hurt feelings and the community you represent for 15 minutes of crying, whining, and complaining mixed with some half-truths and speculation. I need some notes while you're talking. First thing, I want to read something that Van Lathan wrote, and I think it encapsulizes this whole narrative that you're trying to push that it's a race thing. It's not a race thing. Black people are smart enough and nuanced enough to understand culture and who is appropriating culture or who is participating in culture, right? You have the Drakes of the world, you have the Vlads of the world, you have the Iggy Azaleas of the world. You have those people who are appropriating culture, cosplaying in Black culture, but not participating in Black culture. Like, I would give somebody like DJ Khaled a pass. He participates in Black culture, right? He doesn't cosplay in Black culture. Justin Bieber, to me, he cosplays in Black culture. And a Machine Gun Kelly. The list goes on and on, right? Versus somebody like an Eminem. Eminem participates in our culture. There's a difference. So I'm going to read what Van said. It's uncomfortable truth time. The world feels entitled to a Black American culture. We share it so freely because sharing it has been one of the only ways we've been seen. Our intellectual, political, and scientific contributions have been erased and delegitimized. But the world still agrees we can make you dance, laugh, etc. Since the culture remains our biggest export, we sell it. Because we sell it, everyone consumes it. Then thinks it's theirs. It's not theirs. Our culture is like any other, based on shared history, pain, ingenuity, inspiration, and pressure. That's the tax that was paid to create our culture. Like any other culture in existence, you can't walk in it and walk out it without having an understanding of that tax. We silly to think.
Go ahead.
That's the Republican filibuster that happens when you start telling uncomfortable truth right there. You see that, Chaz? He couldn't bear it, just like Drake. He couldn't bear to hear that.
Well, I gave you the background music so you can finish your Dear Diary. I gave you the Moesha background music, man.
It was irritating his soul so bad he had to press a button. but I'm going to press on.
Yeah, go ahead. Here's your background music.
At the very least,
I got you.
To think that we should just fully give our culture, art, and experience, our cultural inventions to the world with nothing is so much as a conversation. Would make us the workhorse of the world. No, that's not what we do. I wouldn't expect that from any group in the diaspora. I would expect if Beyonce did a dancehall album tomorrow, there would be a conversation. I would expect if Kendrick went Afro beats and opened up a jollof restaurant, we would have to talk about it. And the obligation we'd have to each other is that the conversation be had with love. That's the only time we fail. Not when we don't talk about our differences, but when we war about them. But we are different, and that's okay. So to summarize that,
I mean, Drake's father was
people are smart enough to understand when culture is being celebrated, participated in, or appropriated. So I wanted to address that first, right? So, and I know the difference, just like other people know the difference between culture vultures, right? And Trip, I don't think you understand the difference between what somebody can be racist and prejudice. You can only be racist when you're in a position of power. So all this stuff you saying black people are being racist to other people, that's bullshit. And that's not the definition of racism. If you don't have
definition, okay, give me the official definition of racism.
If you don't have power and influence over somebody's ability to eat, drink, move, stay where they live, where they can work, and you impact their life, you can be prejudiced. I can be prejudiced, make light-skinned jokes about you. That's not, I don't have the ability to stop you getting a job because I make fun of you being light.
That's not the definition of racism.
That is the textbook definition. We can read it, but
can you give me what source?
But I'm not finished. This is my
no.
This is not time to interrupt.
Give me the textbook source. I need the textbook source.
This is learning time. It's not talking time. So let's finish learning, right?
I'm
also cherry picking instances of random black people on the internet and making that speak for the quote unquote culture. Like I didn't agree with the lady, how she interacted with Vlad. I think she took an absolute wrong stance with him, but it's also that conversation also needs nuance because Vlad is a known culture vulture. So she probably understands where he's coming from. And she just probably set up to see Vlad even making a comment about that whole situation because that's not his.
We got an echo. I wanted to get that. I wanted to get in on that then.
And you're also
the first thing the mix ain't. He don't know shit about no mix. The fuck.
Yeah, he's talking about a mix. He's been proven wrong about hip hop so many times.
Shit about mix.
He just be talking out of his ass. So for him to be jumping in the conversation about a mix is absolutely wild and disrespectful. What do you even? You don't make beats. You never made a song.
Exactly.
Rappers. So he should not be involved in that conversation because he was trying to be. We know a nigga is trying to be slick and trying to be funny at the end of the day, right? We understand that. So
all he said was the beat sucked.
Conversation about you comparing. You did a lot of apples to oranges comparison, right? You started comparing about people being racist on it. Like you sound like a real Karen, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. You went full Karen mode about all the injustices that have been happening to your people, and it's actually bullshit, right? You're comparing real instances of racism and prejudice to a rap battle, but when you talk about rap is our culture, so people could say, hey, if I see this man doing blackface, I have a question about how you participate in the culture. If I see you saying the N-word with the hard ER on the end, I'm going to have a question about you participating in the culture because people of the culture do not do that. You have never said, he said it in a real interview with confidence. He put himself in a clothing ad with confidence with blackface on. That lets me know you are not in the culture, or at least at that time he was like damn near 20 years old. You're not of the culture if you let some other white people put you in blackface and put you in the ad. That's a cultural signifier that everybody know that's not what you do. You don't do that. You don't say that. You don't do all these fake ass accents, right? This man he didn't have more accents than a motherfucking Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. You know what I'm saying? He done played all the characters in the motherfucking movie. The Jamaican character, the Toronto
Hey,
character.
Austin Powers. Better than that, Austin Powers, nigga. Austin Powers.
The New York character. He didn't play the Cali. He didn't play every motherfucking character in the movie, which lets me know you're not of the culture. You are cosplaying in the culture because that's what you're doing. If you from the West Coast, you rap like a West Coast rapper. If you from Toronto, you rap like Toronto. If you from DC, you say Joe Mo Blow and you go to the go-go.
Question. What's the difference between...
I'm not making songs like a Cali nigga. That's not
my... Hold on.
Everyone's cosplaying.
Hold on. What's the difference between him and Tupac?
We're still going.
Hold on, man. Whoa.
We're gonna go to why you say Drake won when I think Drake really lost. So I believe Drake really lost the battle. I think Push Up was a good diss record, right? I thought it was good. I just thought Kendrick's other records were better. And the whole notion of this false narrative you're pushing that, there definitely was a mole in the camp, right? They found out a lot of information. The reason why they took down the cover, you said they took down the song. I'm debunking all the things that you said. The reason they took down the song, it was because of HIPAA violation. He posted Drake's real prescription.
I never talked about 616. I said they took down Drake's song.
I took down notes. Exactly what you said. I'm going to keep going. He took it down.
Hold on. Just, we're not going to overtalk each other, but if you're going to say something about me, be factual. I said that they took down Drake's song, Tailor Made. I never said anything about 616. I'm going to unmute you now.
We had evidence, real evidence of him getting the BBL, the abs BBL.
Where's the evidence of that?
We have real evidence.
There's no evidence of it. You're just saying this shit.
The daughter thing may or may not be true, but it was still a good line.
There's no evidence of BBL.
And hold on, and I'm going to address that. They said they fed him the information. If you fed him the information, the first thing you would have did was get online like, this is the information I fed him. I'd be like, hey, here's the message I sent through the mole. He fell for it. No, the first thing I got online started denying it. That whole narrative of, we fed him the information, that came out like 2 days later. So let's keep that a buck. So, but Kendrick's songs, like, man, when he really started peeling back them layers, right? When he really started peeling back the layers of Drake's character, the character Drake plays, right? The trap rapper on Monday, the R&B singer on Tuesday, the model ladies man on Wednesday, the freaky ass 69 nigga on the weekend with his hair, with a heart tattooed his head and his fingernails painted at the Diddy freak offs. He started peeling back the layers of what's actually going on. And Drake had a couple good lines about, every bar is going over your head because you're short. I thought that shit was good. He said, how you big stepping in size 7? I thought that shit was hilarious. Like, I thought Drake made good diss songs, but Kendrick's diss song was body punches. Every time he wanted, it was one body punch, a 2 body punch. And then the knockout is he's going to have everybody singing OV Ho the whole summer.
That shit's corny.
It's not to LA, not to LA. You don't listen to West Coast rappers. You don't know shit about West Coast rap. That shit is popping out here. Everybody's listening to that. And and you got to realize California is the biggest state, one of the biggest states in America.
I mean,
so how you think it's not gonna go viral? It's all on. Every time you go online, that's all you see is that shit playing.
Nigga, Tupac was the West Coast Drake.
Exactly. Okay, but he was black, so he got away with it.
And that's another misstep. He's not of the culture. He thought he was significant enough to use an AI. Thought he was culturally significant enough to use an AI Snoop and an AI Tupac against a West Coast artist.
Cohen, let me get it. Let me get it. Tag me in, please. Tag me in, please. Tag me in.
All right, go ahead, man.
Tag me in.
You in?
Cohen, tag me in. All right. Well, first thing that you said that was wrong was that it's not about women. This whole thing is about money, and it's about power, and it's about what Drake is doing with the industry. And he closing a lot of doors for motherfuckers that's not fucking with him no more. And that's why Metro had to do the racks. That's why Metro had to do the album with Future instead of having his own album. They both under Epic. All that Drake owns Epic. Just like Kanye tried to come out and tell you, Lucian is running shit up at Universal. You know how much money Drake is worth to the whole industry? He can call up. That's what Nicki Minaj was trying to do to Remy Ma, and that's why her ass got sat down, because she was trying to do the same shit to Remy Ma when Remy Ma got out of jail. Because when these artists get to a certain level with these white boys, these Jewish dudes, they think they can make a phone call, and most of the time they can make those phone calls and stop a lot of shit for you. If this nigga Wale blackballed us for 2 years, and this is Wale, this is nobody. This is not a platinum selling artist. He was a bum. He was a brand new artist who sold 26,000. If he blackballed us for 2 years, 2 to 3 years, until we got with Schoolboy Q, then that if the blackball shit is real. So Drake has a lot of fucking power, dog. A lot of power. And it's not about no women. Metro Boomin don't give a fuck about no women. That nigga is helping. That nigga just signed 2 people from the DC area. He just signed Dre Moon, and he signed Chris Bars. Both from Dre Moon from PG and Chris Bars from Flowers. And both of them work for Metro. Both of them signed. Drake ain't hiring, signing nobody. He ain't putting nobody on that's from the DMV, or nobody, period, that ain't from Canada. Unless he can get somebody your ass.
Okay.
Drake is a really good businessman. The songs are gonna, he's still gonna do good. He's still gonna win the war.
Hold up. Can I ask you this? I understand what you're saying, right? But as a regular, everyday person who works and takes care of his family, right? Mm-hmm. Why should I give a flying, you know what, about any of the struggles that these artists are going through?
Because they're just like you. They're just in a different arena.
No.
We're all just like you.
They're not like me.
They are.
Every artist that comes out these days is rapping about the same crap, how they're better than the average person, how they do this, they do that, they smoke this, they smoke that, they killed this nigga, they killed that.
That's the game. Yeah, that's the game. Okay.
So hold up. Why do we point the finger at Drake like he's the devil when the whole game is the devil?
Because no, the whole game is not making the whole game is not making the type of money that he's making.
Hold on.
The whole game don't have the control that he got. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Hold up though. I think any nigga with that level of control would do the same thing. It's not just Drake.
No. Jay-Z didn't do that. Jay-Z didn't do that. Jay-Z didn't do that.
Come on, man.
He signed people. Jay-Z. He did not do that. He did not come after everybody else's money.
Man, Jay-Z's artists out here talking about he worshiped the devil and all this other shit.
We talking about as far as stopping somebody's food, bruh. We talking about somebody calling the label and stopping somebody's how they eat. Jay-Z ain't even do that shit with Nas.
Well, I don't think he had that level of control back then.
Yes, he did. He was always bigger than Nas, dog. What do you mean? He been sold over Nas. So Nas was a little nigga back then, still a little nigga.
Dame Dash would probably say otherwise.
Dame Dash ain't gonna say nothing because he knew what it was. And he wanted everybody, it was good for hip hop. It was definitely good for hip hop because it wasn't no violence. It wasn't about no violence. This shit wasn't never about no violence. It was just about money. And that's why everybody's ganging up on him. And this shit, like, dog, ain't nobody gonna gang up on everybody. So everybody else is wrong. And Drake is right. Future ain't don't even come out and say shit about Russell Wilson. And that nigga taking his kid around, taking photo shoots with his kid.
I mean,
and that nigga's never mentioned Russell Wilson on the track ever.
Future didn't say anything about Drake. Actually, he has mentioned Russell Wilson sideways.
He definitely said something about Drake. He definitely got on the track, a diss track about Drake. That was enough. That was enough.
It's because
that's Future's right hand man, bro.
Because of his Jewish affiliation, it's starting to come out that he's able to get deals.
Yes,
access to deals that arguably artists that are on his level don't have access to.
Yes.
You're looking like, okay, this man has a power to stop or control my releases. I have to move around him. He's potentially making money off my project, but these are the same artists without a Future, without a Rick Ross, without a lot of these Atlanta artists, he would not have become the artist that he is today.
Trip, you got to understand, back in the day, it was a balance. Jay wasn't the biggest artist. Remember, he said, it's only me, the only dudes you moving units is Pimp Juice, Pimp Juice, and us. He wasn't on the top of the, Jay Drake is only at the top of the mountain by himself, looking down on all the peasants. Everybody else is peasants, my nigga. Like, the music game is that bad right now. So that's what Kanye was like. That's why Kanye came out and said, he was like, dog, he was telling motherfuckers not to fuck with me. Like, them Jewish people was telling, and Kanye first called Drake. I know he called Drake. Because he was like, dog, you got to get me out of this. I helped you out when you wasn't nobody. And Drake turned his back on him. Because he's not dealing with that shit. Drake knows where his power comes from. He's the only artist out, the Jewish Federation is out here across the street from my house on Wilshire. And the only person that's ever recorded in there is Drake. Because he's the only one they'll let in there. Is Drake. They got a recording studio in the fucking Jewish Federation, bruh. I was like, it's a recording. My Armenian boy told me that. Ain't even nobody black or white even told me that. My Armenian boy, he came to me, he's like, you know they got a recording studio, a whole ass recording studio in there. And I was like, well, what they got that for? He was like, nigga, Drake is always in it. He recorded probably most of his album shit in there when he come to LA. So you got to understand, like, the game, the music game, the entertainment game is that bad that one person that's really making a lot of the money can come down and kind of like, and that's what Kendrick was saying. Like, he's like, it's cool that you want to be, you could be a pop star, cool, but don't do something where people got to expose you. Where I got to expose you now because you was cool. They talked on the phone all the time. Like Kendrick and Drake, they talked on the phone all the time. Like we would call Kendrick, he'd be like, yeah, I just talked to Drake. Because they dropped, you could tell that because they dropped at different times. They would never drop in the same year if you peep that. So if you're a research dude, do your research, my nigga. Like realize that Drake never drops when Kendrick drops. That's the first thing you should have said. That's the first thing you should have noticed. That they don't drop at the same time. So by them dropping,
I mean, to be fair, it takes Kendrick 4 or 5 years to drop.
No, it's only about Kendrick is much more impactful. Minute by minute, album to album. It honestly take a year to sit with a Kendrick album.
Guys, okay, if we want to talk about business, that's one thing, but save me on I Have a Dream speech. Because I don't believe it.
No. Well, I'm talking about the art. Cohen is talking about the art. He's talking about, if you listen to how long it took us to put together.
Uh-oh. Damn. Okay, are you back? Yo.
You on mute.
You unmute yourself. Let me see if I can unmute him. You muted.
You muted.
We can't hear you, bro.
Well, I know what he was saying. Line by line, minute by minute, track by track, Kendrick's album has way more depth. It's not fucking recycle, rinse and repeat music. So if you got to wait a year for it, so what?
It's way longer than a year, bro. Kendrick drops like 2-3 years in between.
But when he does drop, aside from Mr. Morale, his numbers are.
I mean, me personally,
better than anybody in the game.
That's not true. That's not true because his games are nobody's numbers are better than Drake's.
He's a close second with Damn. I think what Damn sold.
Kendrick is not selling. Hold on, Kendrick is not selling more than 21 Savage.
Yes, he is, bro.
Look it up.
You are bugging. He been one of the highest grossing artists since it's 1-2 him or Drake every year since like 2018.
There's no way you can say every year. He doesn't drop every year.
But he's still grossing because he's touring. He's the highest grossing touring artist. His tour grossed more than Drake's tour.
You are making these numbers up. That is not true.
All right. Let's highest grossing rap tour.
Lamar's tour doesn't make anywhere near what Drake's tour is.
Have you looked this up before you said that?
Yes, I have. I'm prepared for this conversation. I don't know what happened to Cuz. Let me text him and see where he at.
The highest becomes the highest grossing. He just beat Kendrick's tour with his last tour. Drake's It's a Blur tour becomes the highest grossing tour by a rapper in history of 129 million with 30 shows, passing Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers tour that was 130 million. So up until Drake's last tour, Kendrick had the highest grossing rap tour in history.
Drake just had 2 tours in a row. All right, here he comes back.
Hey y'all, my son called me.
No worries,
He had something crazy at the house. But no, I was just saying, like, it's for us, like, we're avid, Drake listeners. Like, we listen to Drake more than we would ever listen to Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Just because Drake is big, he makes a lot of songs for a lot of stuff in your life, especially our life. You know what I'm saying? What we went through out here. So when it comes to, like, when people come to me, they're like, "Oh, I know you're biased," and I'm like, "Bro, like, if we would have got a record, we're producers. Like, we would have got a record with Drake, we would be a lot, we would have made a lot more money, and we would have been a lot more, well off. But when we deal with Kendrick, it is a part of sharpening your craft with him. And as far as like the albums and the lyrics and the like, dog, he got like 5 more records. Like, I got a record right now that we just sent them right now. Like, he just took another record. Like, he's on this nigga ass, man. Like, and this is the reason why Cole got out of it. Cole got out of it because he knows what type of marksman Kendrick is. And this is not about making hot songs, Trip. That's what we was talking about on the jump. It's not about who can make the hot song. Drake can definitely make better songs than Kendrick. It's about who can lyrically spar, who wants to lyrically spar and go back and forth lyrically. Who gives a fuck about the beat? Nobody cares about no beat.
So you're saying that, but then again, because what you're saying makes sense, but then I have to also look at what is actually taking place, right? So what actually took place is Kendrick Lamar said in his own songs, "You have a mole, I got dirt on you, blah, 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 blah." He said he had dirt.
Yeah, but I think that. Go ahead.
Hold up, though, because I made this point while I was doing my little monologue, but people are glossing over it. Drake, in song after song, warned Kendrick and said, "You need to get proof. You say you got dirt, something." He's saying that. Do you think that it's possible that Drake could have fed Kendrick bad information?
Yeah, definitely. But this is the thing. This the whole thing. What you think about is all of that family stuff would have never came up. Like he told you, why y'all couldn't just rap? All Drake had to do is just rap about Kendrick and about him. Why you got to bring in families? Like, this is what he does. And he didn't have anything. This is like that little suburban kid that takes his ball home when he gets mad because ain't nobody playing with him. Like, bro, you can't find nothing out on Kendrick. Kendrick stays in the house, bro. If you call Kendrick right now, he's in the house with his kids and his wife. And all you hear is kids in the background. You hear Drake, that nigga might not even answer the phone, dog.
Is he really with his wife?
Yes, he's definitely with his wife. We dropped him off at his house, bro. And like, his wife doesn't follow him on no social media. Just like my girl never followed me on no social media.
So
shit.
why she hasn't said anything to speak up? Yeah.
Huh?
She's not, because she's not in the public eye. Why would she all of a sudden never be in the public eye and just come say, "Oh, I'm with my man for the rap beef"? That would make Drake win. His wife come out and say something.
The same reason why Kyrie didn't tell the world that that his wife was having a baby when they was pressing him out about that black and white shit. The same shit, dog. Kendrick is Kyrie. He's just like Kyrie. He just want to stay out of the way and just make his money. And Drake wants to be loved, bro. Like, if you haven't peeped that since So Far Gone, that's all. He's very insecure about love. He wants to be accepted by the black community. That pop, So Far Gone, you're not still listening to So Far Gone, so don't sit there and lie to us and sit here with us. Because that nigga's the same person that was in So Far Gone. How did he change? What changed? Only thing changed was money. Your family didn't change. You didn't have kids.
Well, I will say
you didn't join a gang like Chris Brown. Your money didn't change. You didn't beat Rihanna's ass.
I'm definitely a different person than I was from when I was 22.
Right, but Drake is not. Money is the only thing that's different from him. That's the only thing, access and money. And he needed everybody else to get that street cred. That So Far Gone, nobody was on So Far Gone. Nobody gave a fuck about So Far Gone.
Actually,
Lil Wayne was the only person.
So Far Gone is a classic, bro.
It's a classic. It's definitely a classic, but it's a classic to people like me. That's a lover boy that deal with women. That like women. Ain't no hood niggas talking about throw that So Far Gone on. Ain't no niggas from my neighborhood, ain't no regular black people walking down the street that I'm saying like, oh, so far gone. No, if that nigga living in so far gone, I could probably smack the shit out of that nigga. Because and that's what he knew. And he knew that. He knew that he needed that street cred. So that when he was smart.
When Drake first came out, I didn't like him.
Exactly.
I didn't like him. I was a big Drake hater.
Cohen, that's the difference between this whole conversation. When Kendrick came out, I loved him. Because Kendrick was saying the same shit that he say now that he was saying 10 years, 15 years ago.
I'll tell you what, when Kendrick first came out, only reason I loved Kendrick is because he was on TikTok.
Tripp has been trying to spin this false narrative that everything Kendrick Lamar said in the track was false, right? Other than the daughter thing, let's start breaking things down, right?
The pedo shit was false.
His affinity for younger, underage women, that's been documented over the years. He's been kissing and groping underage women live on stage. Is the video? You
realize the girl who was in the video came out and said something about that earlier today, right?
It doesn't matter. He did it.
How doesn't it matter? She's a 31-year-old.
He asked her how old he was. This is literally what happened. He said, "How old are you?" She said 17. He said, "Oh man, I get in trouble for stuff like this." And then he proceeded to mention her breast on his back. Hold on, we're gonna really break this down. And I'm gonna ask you a question. If that was your daughter on stage, would you feel like that was appropriate?
I wouldn't care. First of all, I don't want my daughter on stage at a rap concert, period. I don't care how old she is.
If that's her favorite artist, she wasn't expecting that because she didn't get up there for that. She didn't get up there for that. So if that was your daughter on stage, would you feel like that was appropriate? And
are you going to allow me to answer this question?
It's a yes or no question, not a backdoor question.
The answer is she did get on stage to do that. That's the answer. She did. She actually did get on stage to do that.
She's a minor. Minors do dumb stuff. Would you find it appropriate that your daughter would be on stage because that's her favorite artist, and that said artist start mentioning her breast on his back?
All right, let's read this.
Answer the question. Would that be appropriate for your daughter?
Regarding the video that's going around, I was 17 back then. I was 17 back then, and I'm 31 now. This was a concert that my dad took me to back in high school. Drake's entourage actually picked me out from the crowd of people, not Drake himself. By the way, performers always bring up fans on stage as part of their show. It was nothing then and still nothing now. Now that I've cleared up the false narratives, I'm going back to study for my law school exams. Wish me luck. That's what she had to say.
We ain't talking about her. We talking about how he reacted.
About you, because
you deflecting again.
You have two daughters.
Somebody in this crew. Somebody in this crew is a pedophile, right?
No. You have two daughters.
Is somebody in this crew a pedophile?
On stage, would you be okay with it?
I wouldn't be okay with my daughter getting on stage for anybody, no matter how old she was.
But if she was 17 and it was Drake, would you be okay with Drake mentioning your daughter's breast at 17 years old?
No, but it still wasn't illegal.
We're not talking about illegal. We're talking about a pattern of behavior.
If my daughter was 30 and Drake was 30, I still wouldn't approve of it. It's my daughter. But I don't approve of my daughter's doing hoe shit. So no, I wouldn't approve.
But it's your daughter shouldn't have to be put in a position to be sexualized by a grown man. You talking about why you so thick and why kissed her multiple times after she, and just because it's legal in Canada don't mean it's legal in America.
It wasn't in Canada. It was Colorado. It was in Colorado. It was in Colorado.
Huh?
The age of consent in Colorado was 17.
It's 17. Well, what if he was in another state? It'd be illegal, huh?
But he wasn't in that DC. He was in Colorado, and he didn't.
What about if he was in DC? It would be illegal because it's gross. That's what it is, because it's fucking gross.
But he didn't have relations with her.
But just like he was texting, what's the girl? I wrote it down. He was texting when she was 14 years old, talking about that's my best friend. Is it appropriate for your 14-year-old daughter to have a 30-year-old friend giving her advice? It's not somebody approved by you and your family.
No, it's not.
That's what your man was out there doing.
Does it mean it's illegal? Does it mean her parents didn't know?
We're not talking about legality. We're talking about we're establishing a pattern of behavior.
We're speculating.
It wasn't illegal for the nigga to come scoop our high school girls up in his Crown Vic or Caprice or Cadillac, scoop up the 11th grade and 12th. It technically wasn't illegal, but we know them niggas was creeps.
That shit was illegal for a lot of them niggas. That was illegal.
Nah, if it was even
just picking them up wasn't illegal.
Technically, wasn't illegal.
He was a cab driver at that point.
Okay. However, you're saying that Drake was picking these women up. There's no evidence of that. I'm not here to speculate. I'm not here to speculate on whether or not Drake is a pedophile, because he's not, and nobody has come forward.
We are here to speculate because you did a whole bunch of speculating on why the black community or the conscious affiliates, the intellectuals online. You did a lot of speculating.
I'll speak on that if you give me a chance.
You
know what?
About Drake. So it's
hold on. I'd like to answer one thing
based on evidence. These things are really happened.
Trip. He exposed himself, bro. Like he came out and calling a black man racist to his white mother. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, dog? Like you fucking up.
Whoa. Say that again. He did what?
I said he came out. You didn't see the jump when he came out, his mother came over. He was like, he told his mother, he was like, she was asking him what was going on. And he was like, Rick Ross is just being racist.
But he's right. He was being racist.
That's not, you can't be racist.
Don't say black people are being racist against each other.
Yes, he knows that. He's supposed to know that.
Rick Ross was calling him white boy.
That is not racist, though.
That's not racist.
Don't fuck with him. Yes, he just don't fuck with him.
All right. Let me ask you this. What if Drake was calling Rick Ross big, fat, black motherfucker?
That's cool, but you don't tell your white mom that somebody just called, somebody black man is being racist, bro. He's outing himself. Everything about him. Kendrick just said
he was being racist
himself.
He was being racist.
He just don't like him. He was
calling everybody white boy.
That's not how racism works.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to put the definition of racism.
Only a white person cosplaying in black culture.
You just told us that we're the last in everything, Trip. You just came out and told us that. How you going to come out and say we the last in everything?
Okay, all right, hold on, guys.
We able to be racist.
On the screen. Here's the official definition of racism from the Oxford Dictionary. Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism by an individual, community, or institution against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group. That's the fucking definition.
Nowhere in the history of blackness do black people say we're being racist against each other. That's not that.
We're on Get Back. If anything, he should have said we on Get Back. He should have said, Mom, they're on Get Back.
I can't be right. Like, I can make fun of you. I could be prejudiced. I could be an asshole.
I've seen some of the most terrible shit said about Drake on the internet over the past week from all of these pro black dudes. They call him all type of Judas, Judat. He's this, he's that. Okay, fine, cool. If we can call people that who want to be rappers and want to be in the black space in hip hop, if it's okay to call them all that, then it's okay for other people to do what they want to do against us.
Nah, because Kendrick was marching, bro. Drake wasn't marching nowhere.
Marching for what?
He don't speak up. He was marching out here. Kendrick was out here marching.
Yeah, what's marching gonna do?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. You still was. If you was appropriating, you still was playing the role, motherfucker. That's what I'm talking about. You still play the role. You don't get caught out of your role and call some black people racist.
I say you just be yourself.
You play the role. Play the role. No, if you're gonna be yourself, then don't hide your hands when it comes.
When he is being himself, it's obvious that he's cosplaying. Just like if you already come under the microscope for saying
right,
and then you say Kendrick is rapping like he's trying to free the slaves.
Like, what are you doing, dog? What's wrong with freeing the slaves? What's wrong with freeing the slaves?
Number one, the slaves are already free. Number two, he was speaking on how Kendrick was acting. Like, he wasn't saying anything of disrespect with the slaves. He's just saying, nigga.
But why would you say that? But this is the dude with a Jew with an education. This is somebody with an education.
Drake's father is a descendant of slaves. He can say it. Doesn't matter where he grew up. He can say it. He can say it.
Drake's father ain't never said Nigger.
Exactly, and he ain't grow up with his father. He ain't grow up with his father. So stop it.
We can tell he ain't grow up with his father.
Stop that.
Listen.
Stop that.
First of all, there's plenty of videos with Drake and his dad having father's time. And Drake said
he run back to his
father's house during the summers. Obviously, because his mother lived in Canada.
Stop.
Let's keep it a buck. His father was a musician.
You can hang around. Listen, Trip. You can hang around somebody and tell where they've been, where they grew up at. You can hang around them for 10 minutes and tell where they grew up at.
Drake didn't see his father much. He still loves his dad, but he didn't see him much. What does this have to do with anything? The nigga's still black.
We're not, but didn't act black. Don't call black people racist. What black person is out here calling other black people racist?
I call plenty of black people racist.
But you're not a pop star. What other pop star on Drake's level is out here calling black people racist?
I think Drake's a brave pioneer for.
Nah, he's a stupid pioneer for that. He's an arrogant pioneer. He's arrogant. He knows that he can get away with it. He knows that he can get away with it. He got enough.
First of all, First of all, Drake was clearly being sarcastic in the text. Like y'all taking this shit and running with it. Oh my God, he said Rick Ross was a racist. It was clearly
never said that. I would have never said it. It's other shit you could have used. It's other shit you could have said.
So Drake has to have some sort of sympathy with it.
Everybody that's in a
Drake whatever they want.
Yeah, right. just like they call TD Jakes whatever they want. Just like they call Diddy whatever.
You act like hold up. Drake is a better man than me. Drake is a better man than me. You know what I would if I would have had a diss to Rick Ross? You know what I would have called it? I'd have called it dead fat porch monkey.
And all your sponsors would have been gone the next day. All your sponsors, every Nike deal.
If I'm a white boy and light-skinned niggas are this and we that and this and that, then dark-skinned niggas will have to catch some smoke too.
Hey, look, we got to let you stop internalizing pain, okay?
Because I don't know pain. I'll be laughing at niggas.
You're internalizing the pain. You don't have to internalize it. They weren't talking about you. They were talking about Drake. Don't take the arrows for Drake.
As a person who has been called
you don't have to take the arrows for Drake.
I've been called salmon colored.
We know your pain, man. We know your pain, man. It's okay.
Look. You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm tired of you dark skinned niggas. I'm tired of you.
If that's what it really is, just tell us about it. It's a safe space. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is a safe space, man. Talk about it. Let's talk about it, man.
You diss track to doxing people. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you walk.
See, I'm worse than Drake. I'll go full on racist. I call my shit alligator bait.
Trip. All you got to do is sample a Bernie Mac's from Bernie Mac's monologue from I hate your gums. I hate Whoopi Goldberg's. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's how you sample. You used to come out with that sample and everybody know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something. When I walk into work in the morning, right? You know I work for the fire department. Bro, I walk into work, I'm called every negative thing you could call a light-skinned person in the world. I mean, it's funny, though. Don't get me wrong. It's funny. But just imagine if a dark-skinned person walked into work with all light-skinned people and they was like, hey, blackie, look at your black ass. Let's turn off the lights. We can't see you. Blah, 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 blah. Imagine if that would have shit would happen to a dark-skinned person.
Charles, I'd be confused. Like, sometimes he talks very tough, and then sometimes he's like super like soft on this podcast.
Well, he letting us know. He letting us know where the pain lies.
No, you know, it's no pain. I really
can't figure it out because one thing we know, being from DC, it's a black in every neighborhood. We know at least 2 to 3 blacks. It don't matter what your name is. If you're under a certain skin tone, your name is black. It don't matter what your mama named you or Smoke. It's something affiliated with black.
9 times out of 10, when you're named black, other black people name you that. Like black niggas name you that. Like
no, they don't
name you black because you blacker than them. But if light skinned niggas don't do it, hey, that nigga black as hell. We don't say that.
Yeah, they do. What are you talking? Yes, they do.
Well,
do you refrain from calling black when you see the various blacks, or do you call them? Hey,
I don't
care. You know what?
I'm not gonna call you black, or do you call me black?
I practice colorism.
on some real shit, I understand what you're talking about, but like the reason why, and my kid's mom is super light, green eyes, freckles, everything, and what she admits is that y'all do have a certain level of privilege that darker people don't have.
I don't have any privilege that neither one of you niggas don't have. That's crazy.
No,
well, she's had people come to her.
They deny their privilege.
Yes.
Yeah, now we're bringing out the real hurt.
You're right. No, but I
don't have no fucking privilege.
No. So, but no. Hey, Charles, let me take this on real quick.
Privilege of what?
So coming back from the inception of this country and slavery, we all know the difference between the house Negro and the field Negro. That's a real thing. Colorism that's practiced. Whenever it get deep, you gotta hit the button. Whenever it hit him in the chest, you gotta press the button. You don't want to.
The Mauritius just be on time, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The children of the slave master had more privilege. The further we get into history, they were able to get inheritance.
We're not slaves anymore, dog.
They were set free sooner in some instances. They were being mated with more, so they had more privileges. So from the onset of this thing we call America, light-skinned black people had more privileges than dark-skinned black people. When it comes to movies, representation in commercials and movies, it's always the non-threatening, light-skinned black leading man, right? That's why people were so excited to see.
What movie is this?
Or Denzel
Every movie that's been out.
Denzel Washington's not
light-skinned or light-skinned. When it comes to
Denzel Washington is not light-skinned.
When it comes to commercials,
Wesley Snipes is not light-skinned.
Light-skinned, friendly-looking people. Even when it comes to perception of criminality and danger, the darker-skinned person with locks and he's perceived to be more dangerous.
I mean, let's keep it a buck.
And Wesley Snipes never played the hero, so stop that.
What?
So stop that, Trip.
Have you ever
played the hero? In terms of the American hierarchy of black people, light-skinned people have preferential privilege. Now we all niggas together in the grand scheme of things, but if you get to the nuanced things, yes, you are more privileged.
In Wesley Snipes' biggest movie, let me tell you this: the Wesley Snipes' biggest movie, what did he play? He did not play the hero. Ice-T played the hero. That's his biggest movie.
Have you seen
That's his highest grossing movie? That's not his highest grossing movie.
Blade is his biggest movie.
No. New Jack City is still his biggest movie. Still his biggest
New
movie.
Jack City? I don't think so, bro.
I would say Blade.
Look it up.
I can take your point with Demolition Man. He played the villain in Demolition Man.
He plays the villain in a lot of stuff. Yeah.
New Jack City.
Yeah.
Passenger 57. He saved the day, bro.
You got one movie.
You got one movie. 20 lines.
Movies. This man did 100 movies. This man did 100 movies.
They made him say in the movie.
Right.
It's nothing better than saving motherfuckers on a plane, bro.
But then he had to say, always bet on black.
New Jack City still come out. Still is playing right now. I haven't seen Passenger 57 on HBO.
Let me tell you something. He was a hero. He was a hero in New Jack City.
To me, he was, yeah.
He was a hero.
Not to society.
He ratted on niggas.
To me, he was the hero.
Look.
So hold on, Trip. Based upon the evidence, are you willing to acknowledge your light skin privilege in America?
No, you can go F yourself.
See, that's what white people do. The same thing. They be like, "What privilege? I'm from Antioch, Virginia. I
worked hard.
What privilege do I have?
I worked hard.
You know what y'all problem is, and not you guys personally, but you know what our problem is as black people. We want to blame everybody except our single ass mamas.
You know what your problem is? You're in denial of your light skin privilege.
Both my parents are dark skinned.
I know your parents. Nigga, stop lying.
Okay.
And Trip.
Your daddy picture behind you. What are you talking about?
My father's dark. Well, that's a painting. My father's actually darker skinned.
So what happened?
My father is darker than me, and my mom is darker than me. Both my parents are darker.
So are you illegitimate?
No, it's just.
Know. Did he get the test?
Chill out. Ease up, bro. Ease up. I'm not gonna let you sit up here and disrespect my dead father.
My bad, bro.
I would just say this. Most of my father's family is light skinned. So my grandfather's dark skinned. My grandmother's very, very, very light skinned. right? And most of my father's siblings are extremely light skinned. My dad is like brown, like in between. So that's why me, my sister Christina, and my other sister came out a little lighter because of that side of the family. But what I'm saying is
related to what?
Say what?
Somewhere down the line, what happened?
What you mean?
Immigrated or co-mingled with
We didn't immigrate nowhere, bro. We 100% American. Bro, both of you niggas ain't that black either.
Oh, no, I know my family history.
So your last name is.
I know in my lineage where we co-mingle with white people.
Yeah, Giles' clan is definitely white. We down in North Carolina, we was on the tobacco field, so we definitely was getting raped.
I hold up real quick. We got a comment right here. It says, Adventures Guild says, look up Baca not nice. That's no lie. Now, that's interesting. I thought one of you niggas was going to bring it up so I could.
I had it on my list that he
Hold on. No need to put yourself in the crosshairs of this. I'm just going to get at Adventures Guild. Adventures Guild did something that I thought you guys were going to do, but you didn't do yet. But I knew you. I thought you guys were going to say that. So let's look up Baca not nice and see what actually happened with that situation, Mr. Adventures Guild. All right. Baca not nice. Give me 1 second. Share this tab instead. Okay. Can everyone? Okay, hold on. Can everyone see that? Can you guys see that? Cohen, Chaz, can y'all see that? All right. Drake's friend and OVO member Baca was charged with a trafficking charge, but was later found not guilty, right? So it says in 2014, Baca was arrested and charged with forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution and taking her money. Basically, he was a pimp. In 2015, he pleaded guilty to assaulting the woman and an unrelated weapons charge. He was sentenced to 6 months, but since he already did 10 months in custody, he did not serve an additional 6 months. The woman refused to testify, so they had to drop the charges for procuring prostitution and human trafficking. She was working as an escort and had an on and off relationship with Baca. She moved from Toronto by the time the trial was underway. Baca has priors for armed robbery, assault, discharging a firearm, yada, yada, yada. Bottom line is, Baca, no, the charges were acquitted because she didn't testify.
Because they intimidated the witness, but just the people know what's up. Like, so
they paid her off. They just paid her off. They just paid her off.
I'm not finished talking. All this nigga was accused of is being a pimp, which you niggas apparently love pimps.
Who loves pimps?
All you niggas apparently.
Who loves pimps? We just don't hate on pimps. We just don't. Just because we're not hating on the pimp, we don't. That don't mean we hate pimps.
So, and especially if
hold on.
Energy is giving.
It was said that Baca was a sex offender and a pedophile, and he's not.
No, he didn't say that. He never, in no line of the song did Kendrick say.
He referred to Baca, and then he said a minor.
No, he referred to Drake.
No, he was talking about Baca.
But if they all hang with underage girls, he probably.
Oh my God, get the hell out of here, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro.
I mean, I'm just talking about the pattern of evidence of inappropriate things that we've already discussed.
It's fake news.
Him texting 14 and 15-year-old girls, him being a fan of girls basketball and following and texting girls that are on a high school basketball team, him taking tight hugging photos with 16-year-old models, him messaging and texting 16-year-old British models and actresses. I mean, I can only infer what type of women he would traffic in.
Right, so let's get back to the music before you.
I don't know what 30-year-old men all these underage
locked up. Let's get back to the music because we're going.
You put a whole
indictment you did a whole job about the black community. This is about
you.
I thought it was about battle rapping.
On the ills and woes of the black community.
No, I said
we're going to talk about the light skinned Canadian.
All right, time out. Let me explain my point once again for the people in the back. I said the losers of this whole battle is the black community because we showed our hand.
No, the winner of the black community is us because we understood we have a pedophile within our midst, and we need to pay attention to when he's around our daughters, wives, sisters, or a girls' basketball. You can say stop the cap, but everything documented.
I'm just talking about how he went down to Atlanta and got cool with everybody, how he got records with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That worked for both of them. That wasn't a oh, you need Drake. You think Kendrick actually needed a song from Drake? No. That's the label told him, like, hey, Drake, you should do this song with Kendrick. Kendrick, you should do this song with Drake.
I mean, Kendrick credits Drake for helping his career. I mean, there's multiple interviews of that.
That's on tour. He took him on tour. That's absolutely documented. But when he did that joint album with Future, arguably Future was hotter than him.
Yeah,
I disagree.
He came off 3 straight he had number ones.
Dirty Sprite 2 was a cultural classic.
Are you going to sit up here and lie to the American people, most importantly, and say that Future was bigger than Drake when Dirty Sprite 2 came out?
I won't say that.
I said hotter. He was culturally more impactful.
No one has been bigger than Drake since 2011. Nobody has been bigger than Drake.
When it comes to sales, we're not talking about sales. We're talking about culture, bro.
Who had the culture on lock? I just fucked your bitch in Gucci flip flops was the hottest shit.
The hottest shit, yes. Dirty Sprite 2 was the hottest. That joint should have won a Grammy that year. That shit was the hottest shit out. Period. Yeah. But they not giving no rappers no Grammy for talking about cocaine.
What was Drake album that was out when Dirty Sprite 2 was out?
I have to look that up. I can look it up though. I can get on the research real quick.
Future dominated that era.
When Drake dropped Views was very, very weak, bro. That was like the joint that everybody was like, damn, this is it. And that's when Future dropped Dirty Sprite 2. Views was not big. Views was very underwhelming. It was very underwhelming.
And that was the same
People
year.
thought Views were going to be just as good as Take Care. But Views was nowhere near Take Care.
All right, so Dirty Sprite 3 sold 3 million views, 3 million units. Hello?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at.
And that's a lot for a Future, for a cocaine rapper. That's a lot.
But that's up to now, up to 2022. All right, views. Total sales. Views that sold 1.73 and a total of 5.4 million album equivalents. Good Lord. 5.4 million. And that's as of 2018.
We're not talking about sales, bro. If you want to go to sales, then you say Eminem is the best rapper in the world. If you want to do sales. We're not talking about sales. We're talking about cultural impact.
Tupac been dead 30 years, and he's the second highest selling artist ever.
But Drake is nothing but essentially another Tupac, because Tupac ain't the nigga that he claimed to be.
And he gets buried for it all the time. So bro, now it's Drake's turn.
Do you realize Future has 8 number 1 albums, bro?
Okay, do you realize that Drake has more than that?
But what I'm saying, it ain't like you make it seem like, oh, it's a wash. No, at times Future had culturally, Future is more impactful than Drake.
That's false.
For rap culture, Future is more impactful. It's 2 artists that to me they're the most cloned artists ever in rap is Wayne and Future.
I mean, Future kind of is a clone of Wayne.
But he is the Wayne, like how we looked up the Wayne for our generation. You forget we 40 or almost 40.
So for the record, I was never a big Wayne guy. Okay.
Well, I'm saying his impact on our generation.
The worst hot boy.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about culture generation. We ain't talking about
for our generation. Wayne was the most.
You have to give it to Wayne. It's not Future, because Future is a clone of Wayne.
But Future for that you're thinking about your generation. You're 40 years old. That next generation after us,
Future.
It's Future.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
We are Future generation.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. When we did Hands on the Wheel for Schoolboy, right? We was working with these guys, Anwar Carrots, and he got a clothing line. He's huge, super huge. Anwar Carrots and Peas and Carrots. Carrots is his clothing line. When I first came to them, I said, who's better, I said, y'all think Gucci is better? I think it was like, y'all think Future is better? It was somebody else that was out that time. And I was like, and they were like, man, Future is going to be the one. And all these dudes is in their 20s. I'm about to be 30 at this time. All these dudes in their early 20s. They told me Future was the culture back then in 2012, before Future even came out with Dirty Sprite, before any of that stuff came out. So to them, that's their MJ. That's their, you know what I'm saying? Like that's their guy.
Bro,
that's their pop.
I just have to be honest. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. In the past 16 years, it's been Drake. Period.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Drake is overwhelming the biggest artist, but he plays in two lanes. He's doing singing songs. He's doing pop songs.
What's Chris Brown?
But we're talking about biggest
rapping.
in hip hop.
We talking about rapping, just rapping.
Culture. We didn't say artist. We said the biggest the most influential rapper.
Hold up. I gotta give a shout out to Chris Brown real quick. Beige niggas on top. He crushed Quavo.
And look, that's the funny part. He did that whole diatribe about miscolorism. Like when the beige nigga wins, he on team beige.
I am. I totally am.
But Trip, you on the right.
If you end of the pod.
But Trip, if you trying to get likes, if you trying to get engagement, you on the right side because you got a lot of people that are hip hop purists. And hip hop purists never liked Drake. Like you said, when it so far came out, you didn't like Drake. Because I mean, you look like a Nas, Talib Kweli.
Yo, I can't
Tribe Called Quest.
He's he's DJ B-side, bro. He knows every B-side Hot Boy record, every B-side No Limit record.
Let me tell you this, man. When Drake came out, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? When Drake came out in 2006, 2007.
I don't know. Maybe like 12?
07. Nah, it was 07. So Far Gone came out in 07.
When Drake came out, you know why I didn't like Drake? I'll be honest with you. You know why I didn't like him? I was a loser. And losers don't like Drake. That's it. But when you start winning and you start listening to what Drake's saying, you're like, damn, you know what? There's a benefit to being.
He's very motivating. Like, I agree with you. He's very motivating. But to get in a rap battle with a dude that is like Tank Davis and Floyd, that knows how to dodge, that does this for fun. Like, you call Kendrick right now, like I said, he's in the house with his kid. You call Drake right now, he's in Turks and Caicos.
Shout out to Chris Bennett. He said, Chris Bennett said you out here fence straddling.
He said y'all, meaning two people. There's only two people on one side. There's only one of me on one side. So y'all would mean y'all too.
What's fence we straddling?
I don't know, but he said y'all.
No, I'm more on a battle, like a battle side. Like when it comes to a battle, I'm not rapping against the nigga that's from the hood that his mother and father was slurring on every song on his first album. I'm not battling against that guy because that guy is more hungry. But now when it comes to making songs, yeah, Drake is gonna make way better songs. He's gonna win the war. But when it comes to a rap battle, this is what we're talking about. I got on here to talk about the rap battle.
Okay, so and let's keep it to that. Because rap battle wise, right? I feel like Kendrick didn't even play by the rules.
Okay.
I feel like Kendrick. Okay, please. I'm talking to we talking rap battle stuff.
Okay, right? The rules.
So Kendrick got caught, in my opinion, with his pants down. But since everybody thinks every word he says means something, it didn't really faze him.
Hold on, break down the rules though. You got to talk about the rules. What are your rules?
The only rule I'm speaking of is if you're in a rap battle, right, and somebody makes a rap song against you, you come back, you make a song against them. They come back based off what you said and make a song against you. I think what Kendrick did, and I pointed this out earlier, what Kendrick did after Drake came up with push-ups, Kendrick went and searched for dirt. Because it took him damn near a month to respond. He went and searched for dirt. Next thing you know, Kendrick's got songs back to every time Drake drops, Kendrick's dropping. But you notice, please shut up. I'm still talking. You notice every song Kendrick dropped right, was saying the same thing. It had nothing to do with what Drake just said about him. Like
that's not true.
Can you please be quiet? I'm still making my point.
Not true.
When Drake dropped Family Matters, right? You can tell Kendrick dropped 2 songs back to back that he already had pre-recorded. You know that. You know them shits was already pre-recorded. And so was the OVO. That shit was all pre-recorded.
They weren't. I'm gonna tell you that.
You tell me those were response. He
wasn't even going to respond, bro. He wasn't even going to respond. Because the Like That record is still on the top of the Billboard. It's number 5 on the Billboard. Behind $1 Million Baby and Taylor Swift's song that she just put out with Post Malone. It's on the top of the Billboard. It hasn't left top of the Billboard. So
hello, Tones. Hit the link if you want to join the conversation.
Yeah, he wasn't, we was talking to him. He was laughing. Because he was like, I'm going to let him expose himself. I'm going to let him just trip out. Kendrick was just laughing. He made those records right then and there. We're still sending him records now. He's still on that ass. He's still on his ass. So don't think that this shit is over. This is definitely not over. What he should have never did was he should have never brought up Whitney. Because Whitney is one of those chicks that want to stay. She like April. She's staying out the mix.
I'm gonna tell you,
she's not on the podcast. She's not coming on your podcast, bro.
If niggas start bringing up April, I'm like, yo.
Exactly. All hands is off. Exactly. All gloves is off. Exactly.
It's not true.
And when I was telling you about him coming to LA, he better chill out coming to LA because it's not about Kendrick. It's about all the people that crazy niggas in LA that ride for the West Coast. And that's just what it is. So you better chill out with that shit. And he like coming to the Delilah that's right down the street from where I'm at right now. He like coming out here. He love it out here. So, when you start bringing up people's family members, and Kendrick don't be in Toronto, but when he be in LA all the time, when you're bringing up people's family members, you got like all the gloves is off. And that's why I think Kendrick had to respond when he started bringing up his family. He had to come back real quick. So that's it. Those records trip was just made. All those records was just made.
I don't know.
Like that didn't mention nobody's family. He just said, "Fuck the big 3."
That's it. He kept it around.
And if you're talking about quote unquote rules, I think he tried to take the narrative from the Pusha T beef. Like, let me get personal real quick because the personal shit knocked his ass out in the last beef.
Yeah.
So he went personal quickly, but it backfired on him.
Kendrick is just like you. He sits around and do a lot of research. He gonna sit around for a month and do a lot of research. He already know he got the culture, so he not tripping off that. Drake is still trying to grab the culture because his best friend turned on him. Like Future, they was best friends, bruh. They was best friends. Like that shit is serious. You do a double album with a nigga and get a nigga, put all that money in. Like you said, he put the money in Future pocket. You're right. That album put money in Future pocket, but so it had to be something. Like I said, it was never about no women. It was only about the business and what he's doing in the business and how he's keeping niggas from getting money. And that's why Metro came out and was like, man, listen, you tried to block. Metro put I put the journal on your post. Metro put the journal. He put the email out when Drake was trying to get the sis and the cease and get the journal off the radio. Get Like That off the radio because that journal is top 5. Right now, it's still top 5. And that record been out for how long now? Almost a month, and it's still in the top 5 on Billboard.
Hey, niggas,
Drake is not on the top 5 of Billboard right now. None of Drake's songs in the top 5 of Billboard.
I mean, he doesn't really have anything new out.
No, he doesn't. But he does for the culture. Drake is trying to still stay in this culture. He knows once he's out of this culture, he don't really have much. Because these white kids and these Armenian kids and these Mexican kids, they follow after our culture. Now you made that first soliloquy. I mean that first monologue about we be in last place. But why we in last place if everybody want to be like us?
Okay, hold on. I respond to that. So when it comes to making a spectacle, we're in first place. But when it comes to actual real time influence, real time power, real time finances, property ownership. Shit like that, we're last place, bro.
Not influence, definitely not influence.
Marriage, families, last place.
Not pop culture influence. You're wrong on that. Everything else, you want to say finances, you want to say money.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. I'll tell you why you're wrong. Because everything that we put out there, pop culture wise, has to get the okay from somebody else.
No, they don't give it the okay. They
pacify.
The only person who has gone against the grain is Kanye West, and Kanye still doubles back to the nonsense.
But he's still on the top of the Billboard. He still got the highest selling album out this year. Look it up.
And I gave him his credit. I'm a Kanye dude. I love Kanye West.
Oh yeah, we didn't forget about the whole episode you made 2 months ago, downing the folks that you're now hopping back on their bandwagon because Drake's in that same bandwagon. Forget about that.
Is it Black Girl Laws or Uchi Wally or Black Girl Laws?
Tell me exactly.
We didn't forget about that. We didn't forget about that show. You know that, right?
Tell me exactly what I said, and I can explain it perfectly.
We know
what I said.
Because you said a lot, right? You were talking about how that culture is running things, and how Black people need to get together, and we need to take back our image, and we need to a lot of what we needed to do, a lot of pull ourselves up on our bootstrap and get away from white mommy and daddy talk you were talking. Right?
Exactly what Kendrick is talking about. Yeah,
jump right back into the Cadillac SUV with the infiltrating our culture, appropriating to jump right back in the
trunk. Is it Uchi Wally or Black Girl Laws? Is it Uchi Wally or Black Girl Laws?
Because your light-skinned God Drake is in trouble. You changed it. You sold out that quick.
Okay.
Trip. White supremacy wouldn't be as big without Black people, man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave it there. White supremacy wouldn't be what it was without other races contributing.
So here's the thing, right? When it comes to that, there's nuance to everything, and you know that.
Oh, now you know nuance.
So I made those statements. I made those statements because two things can be true at once.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Cohen, you gotta record this. Put this on screen.
Is this recorded?
You gotta record this.
The word nuance on a podcast. I swear to God. What?
So here's the bottom line.
Trip Sister said nuance. He said nuance.
He said nuance.
I didn't even know that motherfucker was in your vocabulary.
Nuance.
I can't stand you college niggas, man. Well, listen. Here's the bottom line, man. Yes, Black people do need to get control of their community and get control of themselves and take control of their family situation. But at the same time, I understand where the Jewish people are coming from too, because they're going to get theirs regardless. And that's the mind frame and the mindset that they have. But Black folks don't have that mindset. They have the mindset where they want to have their cake and not earn it too, as opposed to eating it too. You just want to have the cake. No. Stop. Because there's a lot of things, hold on. There's a lot of things that we do that are not conducive to really building a community. We believe in bastard children. That's problem number one. There's too many bastards. I apologize to you if you are a bastard. My apologies. But there's too many bastards. That's problem number one. We need family units. The Jewish people, even though they pay motherfuckers to talk about being bastards and shooting. Excuse me. Damn, what the fuck I just do? All right. Even though they pay motherfuckers to rap about glorifying those things, they don't do it within their own community. And they're smart enough not to call you a Nigger to your face.
No, they're wealthy enough. They ain't about no damn smart.
Let me finish.
They wealthy enough.
Let me finish. Smart enough, wealthy enough is pretty much the same damn thing.
No, not when you're stealing money. Not when you rape and pillage. No, it's not.
Time out.
When you get reparations, you're not the same. No.
Time out. Jewish people didn't rape and pillage nobody.
They received reparations.
They got reparations. It's documented.
Once they became white adjacent.
No reparations. reparations or no reparations, they still built Hollywood and the whole entertainment industry, and now has the whole U.S. eating out the palm of their hands.
They were allowed to.
They were allowed to.
No, they weren't. They did it themselves.
They were allowed to.
They did it themselves because
they were allowed to.
Slow down. Let me finish my point.
So if all things were equal,
I don't want to have to mute you, but I want to finish my point. I want to finish my point. I want to finish my point. I want to finish my point.
You went off on that.
Please watch the Clarence Avon documentary, please, bro.
The point I'm making is this. The mistake black people make every time is trying to act like they're in a position that they're not in. The reason why you see other ethnicities come and overpass us and move right by us, and they move right by white people too, let's not get it twisted, is because they shut the fuck up, they do what they have to do, and they build. We don't do that.
Yeah, that wasn't brought in our culture. That wasn't brought in our culture.
Races are allowed to.
I'm not finished talking.
They're allowed to.
I'll let you niggas rebut me, pause, when I'm done. But let me finish. The problem that we have is we don't want to sit back and observe long enough to really look at what's going on here. The problem in the black community isn't anybody else except us, because we are to the point where we have been bastardized so much and we have been used to living in the conditions that we've been in so long that we think it's normal and we think that everybody should accept it. We're fucked up. We need to look in the mirror and we need to change our ways. If we don't do that, we're going to find ourselves in the same fucking circle every day, whining and complaining about the same shit.
Charles, this is so easily debunked.
It's not debunked. Look at the goddamn results.
I'm telling you, it's very easily debunked.
Jesus Christ.
So you forget when you talk to smart people, they debunk these right wing.
No, when you talk to niggas that go to HBCUs, they focus on the English language and they know
one simple question.
You ain't talking about nothing.
Did Jews start out in the ghetto of America?
It doesn't matter where they started. Where are they at right now?
It does matter where they
started out in the ghettos of America.
It doesn't. You know why it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter because nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's going to say, hey, guys.
If it doesn't matter, answer the question.
Nobody's going to say, hey, guys, here you go, man. Let me give you some free shit and help you up. The only way to do it is to do what's right.
You never answered my question. Did Jews start out in the ghettos of America?
No.
Were the Jews brought here on boats? Were the Jews brought here on boats?
Black people didn't start out in the ghetto either. Black people didn't start out in the ghetto either.
So the original term ghetto was because of what the Jewish people, the conditions they were living in the New York cities, the Bridgeport, Connecticut.
I don't remember them bombing New York City.
Jews were living in squalor, in filth, running gangs, prostitution, bootlegging, all the social ills that come along with being a poor, discriminated.
I don't remember the Jews getting bombed. I don't remember the Jews getting bombed in Tulsa. I don't remember the Jews getting bombed in Tulsa.
At the time they were able to
the Jews definitely got what are you talking about?
When they were able to ascend from these conditions, you know what happened? They were integrated into white society, just like Irish people were integrated into white society. We've all seen the movie Gangs in New York, right? You seen that movie, Charles?
Yeah.
New York Trip, you saw the movie Gangs in New York?
Of course.
Guess what all the immigrant groups that came over to the country that were doing before they were assimilated into white culture? They had to be in street gangs. They lived in the ghettos. They were poor, broke, and discriminated against. But white people started looking around like, hey, it's a lot of black people over here. It's brown people coming over. Our numbers getting a little low. So let's let the Jews start running entertainment. Let them start getting some clubs.
That's not what happened.
Let you get this industry over here.
That's not what happened.
You're in the union, right? So you're in the firefighter.
That's retarded. That never happened.
Unions in the country, right? You understand the history of unions. They decided what white immigrant groups we're going to start letting into these unions. The firefighters union, the police union, dealing with the organized crime, the Italians. They're like, all right, we going, so y'all stop doing all this fucking organized crime. We're going to let you get into the construction unions. We're going to let you deal with buildings. We're going to give you access to these industries so you can get out of the ghetto, move your people up.
Same old song.
These races were allowed to do this.
I'd like to say this.
And at the same time, hold on, I'm not finished. It's time to learn, not talk.
Yeah. Nigga, you ain't telling me nothing I ain't never heard before. You sound like the rest of these stupid ass niggas out here.
It's teaching time,
right?
Right?
The rest of them.
All of these groups were allowed to assimilate into these positions. At the same time, guess where black people were still barred from? The same unions, the same access, the same jobs. So when you say all these groups, they did it on their own. No,
they wouldn't even let us. They wouldn't even let us perform.
We
couldn't even entertain these motherfuckers. What we doing right now, we couldn't even entertain them.
Okay.
In the same spaces.
But
so what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Do you know what you can do now? Do you know what you can do now? Do you know what you can do now?
About what we do now. Everything is already set up against us, my nigga. Everything is already set up. The landscape is set up. What do you mean? When you go look at who produces all of Drake's music. It's white boys. That's not. Metro Boomin and Southside created that down south rap industry. Motherfuckers, the Lex Luger.
Are we going to act like white boys haven't been producing music for rap for a long time?
No, they haven't. Not at where they are now. No, not
at any type of scale. No,
what are you talking about? At all. It was one or two white dudes. Rick Rubin. And that crew.
What's the other man? They produced the New York shit all the time. The white boy.
Alchemist.
You can name them. Like 35 of them.
Right.
That's it. Means something.
But now it's 50. Now it's the trip. Now it's 50 of them. Go check out this group from Australia called FNZ. Go check out this other group from Switzerland. All these motherfuckers are doing. They're giving them the money instead of motherfuckers like us that broke our own artists like Wale, Schoolboy Q, real hip hop artists that are still in the game. They're gonna give them a deal before they give us a deal because they're white, bruh. And they got like you said before. We have a bad stigma about being lazy. We don't work hard enough. That shit is still there in the music industry. It's still there, heavy.
Even though all of the greatest artists ever are fucking black, and what Trip is not paying attention to how all of these record labels are starting to consolidate power and take power away from black people. All of the independent black imprints that used to have distribution deals, used to have 50-50 splits. They fire all of them CEOs or folding them up into the other record labels, got rid of all the black imprints. So now there's really no black people in charge of black music. The days of a Def Jam, a Murder Inc., a Rockefeller, that shit is over.
Trip, why do you think Michael Jackson was trying to why do you think he bought the Beatles catalog? For power. He knew that was the only way of doing his part and taking back some of the power.
Bro, I'm just gonna say this, man. As black folks, we need to hold up a mirror and look at the mistakes we made along the way.
Of course.
We made crucial fucking mistakes that we have to correct. You can sit up here and cry to white people all day. I promise you,
correct.
They don't give a fuck.
So telling the truth is not like
Jesus Christ. Let me finish my fucking point, please.
What's your point? You just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Black people
Go to you.
need to fix themselves. Where's our mirror? What are we gonna do?
I'm tired of hearing niggas crying about the same thing.
Kendrick is holding up the same mirror. If you listen to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that's all he's saying. He's saying every fucking thing that you're talking about, dog. He's saying everything that you're talking about. Drake isn't saying anything, though. That's the problem.
But Charles,
that's what we're talking about.
This is the thing that was gonna crush his whole argument. After you went on your whole, you got on your moral high horse and your soapbox. What is the number one artist Drake is promoting right now?
Sexy Red.
Sexy motherfucking.
And you hate Sexy Red.
What is Sexy Red doing to our community?
You hate Sexy Red.
She's trash.
Exactly.
So the motherfucker you riding for is the vehicle that them same people you was riding against. Episode after episode is the vehicle. He's the Trojan horse. He drove Sexy Red right into our community.
And guess why.
Actually, he did not. You know who drove?
Cohen, guess what? And guess what? Cohen, guess what I just found out? So his new artist, Four Bats, that he just signed, I just found out this. I just put the dots together. I was like, hold on. So I went to Four Bats and I went to go see who he got signed by. He's signed by the same motherfuckers that signed Sexy Red. So I'm like, oh, this is the game. It's all about the money with him. It's never really been about money with Kendrick, and that's what people see, Trip. It's never been about the money. It's always been about the game. It's always been about the battle.
No.
I doubt that it's not about the money, but I hear what you're saying.
Trip, how do you feel about Drake being the #1 promoter of Sexy Red to our community?
I wouldn't call it the #1 promoter, but I knew what you were setting me up for.
He's the #1 promoter. What do you mean? He's the biggest artist that you work with.
Drake being the #1 promoter of Sexy Red to our community?
I think that that's wrong.
What else? You just think is wrong? Should Drake not promote Sexy Red?
He shouldn't.
Are you going to hold them to account for promoting Sexy Red?
I'm holding him accountable. Drake, you shouldn't do that, man.
So understand why Future and all of them are mad, because they're like, you're not even.
Future doesn't give up. Okay. That's where you got to stop. Stop right there.
Future is definitely pissed with him, bro.
You cannot say Sexy Red, and be like, Future and him. Future's no better than Sexy Red.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you're gonna promote her, why you can't even if you did all this a double album with a nigga that you call one of your best friends, him and Savage are one of your best friends in the industry. Other than Rick Ross was your best friend. I don't know what happened with that, but you can't even promote his album. They got a double album coming out the same week as Taylor Swift. You know they need help. They're not saying that they don't need help from Drake. They never said that Drake. They never bite the hand and feed him and say Drake never helped them out.
Why the fuck would you put the album the same week as Taylor Swift? Stupid.
I mean, you can't control that. Look at where Taylor's.
If I'm Drake, I'm like, bro, don't put your album out that week. That's stupid. I can't do nothing with Taylor Swift.
You need to listen. They were sitting on that music for a long time during COVID.
My nigga, so you need to tell me. This beef is about music. What you're saying. Future and Metro Boomin saying, Drake, we need you to push us over Taylor Swift.
No, they're just saying you need to push us anyway. Like, be our friend. If you want to be our friend on wax, be our friend in real life. Don't just do that shit on wax. And these are real motherfuckers. Like, you can smoke a blunt with. If you smoke a blunt, you can smoke a blunt with it. I'm not smoking a blunt with Drake because that nigga gonna be just trying to find out every little thing about black culture or something about DC that he doesn't know about DC so he can incorporate it into his music. That's fine. I sat down with Damson Idris when he was playing the part of Snowfall and he was playing Franklin. And you know what he told me? When I asked him, I said, how did you learn how to speak and how to talk like all these West Coast? He was like, I hung around Mac 10. I hung around Ice Cube. I came around. But he didn't take away from the culture and say, hey, I'm not going to fuck with y'all no more. I'm just going to do my show. And after I do my show, I ain't never got to see y'all niggas again. If he did the same thing to them, they would be the same. They would be having the same animosity. So I get it. Don't be my friend on wax.
So are you saying
doing all this shit on wax?
You're saying that that's what Drake did to them?
Oh, he does that anyway. He's a great politician. He's one of the best politicians. He's up next to Wale. You heard Jay-Z say it in the Breakfast Club. What did he say? He said, they asked him, they said, what artist you think that's still going to be around to the longest? And he said, Wale, just off of pure will. And Drake is going to be around off of pure will and relationships because those motherfuckers know how to work the room. They are perfect.
I think
you can't pull that over Kendrick.
Let that power go to his head when he could really, because they understand, bro. And Kendrick, why I think that last diss record was very powerful. Everybody who's tuned into music understand Drake wouldn't be who he was without that Atlanta run that he went through. What he went from Migos to Future to 2 Chainz. He wouldn't be that because at the same time he was building his thing up, Atlanta became the mecca of hip hop. It was taken away from New York. I think Houston had it for like a little quick second, then Atlanta just snatched that joke.
Yep.
So whoever the biggest artist was in hip hop outside of Jay-Z and Eminem and sometimes Nelly, it was Atlanta. It was T.I.
That's why Trip. Why you think when Beyonce when she did the country album, why you think Beyonce first fucking thing she did was give props to all the black country music people. That's the first thing she did, because she knew public opinion, she was going to get murdered by any black person that was been doing country for 20 and 30 years and never getting radio play. That's why she came out. So if you're gonna appropriate a culture that's not your culture, that's really not your bread and butter, if you're gonna jump into somebody else's shit and you a songwriter, you're an R&B pop dude, you're basically Nelly. You're basically Nelly. But if you're Nelly, they're gonna kill you if you jump into another genre and you don't give those people that were already in that genre the respect. And you just taking checks from these new motherfuckers, Gamma is the motherfuckers that signed Sexy Red. Gamma, you know who owns Gamma? Larry Jackson, who came from Apple Music. Him and Breon run Gamma Music. They're the reason why Death Row is back in business. They bought Death Row shit. They got that little boy that sound like Marvin Gaye, October London. They ramping up. They killing the industry right now. So they got 4 bats. They just got 4 bats off of Drake. They're the distribution that 300 is not getting. That's why 300 is not getting the acts that they used to get, because Larry Jackson is a black dude. And Breon Prescott, shout out to Breon. Breon has ties from DC. He came up with Teddy Riley. Breon is the dude that introduced Kanye to Jamie Foxx. Breon is also the dude that's dancing in the Teddy Riley versus jump that everybody going crazy for. So everybody's fucking with Breon. You got Breon on your team? Breon is a bully. He gonna make shit happen. So all the black people are running over to
Breon, that nigga always had a Kangol on, ain't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you know what I'm saying? It's about the system. And they realized that Kanye realized what the system is. He was like, Drake is the only person that can really help us. And he's right. He's the only person that can really pull us out, that none of these white people can say, man, we ain't fucking with you. If Drake is fucking with you, everybody gotta fuck with you. And that's the disdain right now. That's the shit that's going on.
He done got to the top of the top of the top, and he trying to pull the ladder up instead of pulling the ladder back down for the niggas who helped him get it.
I look at it like this though. I feel like it's easy to put all this on Drake, but I feel like it's been plenty of niggas in that same position who haven't done anything more or less than Drake.
Too much is given, much is required, bro. Too much is given, much is required.
Nobody has ever been in the position of Drake.
Nobody.
Yeah,
nobody.
Who gave Drake?
Except for Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson pulled people up.
Who gave Drake anything?
The industry.
Wayne and Birdman. They gave him a chance when Drake was getting turned down by Sylvia Rhone. Drake got turned down by everybody. That's what those first albums are about. That's why I resonated so much. That's why everybody resonated so much, especially being black, with those first albums, because Drake was talking about shit that we was going through. He got to a point, like Cohen said, he got to a point where he's like, man, I'm tired of saving these niggas because I can't be friends with them. He realized, like, yeah, you should have never been friends with these niggas. And I always looked at Drake as like, Drake, you should have never helped these niggas out if you wasn't going to be real. Because just like Tripp said, these motherfucking black people will bite your ass off if you don't give back, if you don't stay in the mix. Once you step away, they're gonna bite the hand. They're gonna bite you bad. Because, like you said, we are at the lowest pole. We are on the low end of the stick. So we need him.
If you think the inmates running the yard, all of a sudden he start acting like the ward, cease and desist, he closing doors on people, he doing all type of fuck shit behind the scenes. Niggas like, hold on. I thought you was one of us. You one of them. So we got to.
That's what happened to Nicki Minaj. That's what happened to Nicki Minaj. She tried to close the door on everybody. And that's when people was like, oh, Remy put it out. She was like, damn, you was stopping red carpets for me. You was calling people. You doing that white people shit. You writing letters and shit. come on, dog. Like, we supposed to be in this together. But at a certain point, like you said, black people, once again, you said black people, we are our biggest detriment to our culture. Black people. And I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Because we're the people that bring each other down. We're the ones that bring each other down. It's not the white man. It's the black people that's like, man, I got to keep this check in my pocket. So I can't do this. I can't come out. I can't. Where we arguing about? What we arguing about? We're arguing about the actual battle. That's all I came on to talk about is the actual music in the battle. So if you think Drake won, it's a lot of people that think Drake won. But if you hear Drake's last album, if you hear Drake's last track, listen to Drake's last track and how he's talking on the end. Kendrick is not talking like he's defeated on the end of any of his tracks.
I don't think Drake's talking like defeated. I think Drake's talking.
He's very much talking like he's defeated. Yeah, he bowed out. He's not making no more records.
I feel like Drake sounds like, okay, look, this is bullshit. I set this nigga up and played this perfectly like Sun Tzu Art of War. And niggas ain't seeing it.
Because he didn't. Like,
but he did.
Niggas are smart. Like, we watched the same.
Niggas are not smart. Niggas are not smart.
If he got the
niggas are emotional, they're not smart.
Even if he got the one off about the daughter, cool. Everything else he was saying,
spot on. Yep, it's spot on.
Spot on.
Spot on.
I don't know.
Just you got to understand, when you go to Kendrick's house, he got a room just with books of writing. Like, he can do this all day. We just sent them like Bob Jones last night. He raps like last night. Yeah, he can do this all day. But you don't get into a rap battle with you get the song. If this was verses, then that would be different. This is verses. Kendrick is getting crushed. I agree with you on that. Kendrick is getting crushed. This is a rap battle. We talking about a rap battle.
It's not even a real rap battle because I feel like Kendrick kind of cheated.
Well, you use what you can. Rap battles don't have no rules. One thing, and that's why I'm going with like, what are the rules?
False information he made. My thing is, if Kendrick was really like that nigga, like he appeared to be, and no disrespect to Kendrick, because it's purely rap. Purely rap.
He was trying to keep it at rap.
Hold on. If Kendrick was that nigga, the way he was, okay, boom, boom, 2 in a row after Drake released Family Matters, right? Where are they at now?
Look at the memes. Go online.
After it's been exposed that niggas gave you bad information, which it certainly looks like. I don't think anyone could deny that. It looks
because you keep repeating it doesn't make it true.
Relax, dude. Relax.
Because you keep saying it was part of his brand.
Go online. Go online right now.
You can trace it in the music. You can listen to over their song.
It's actually part of a grand plan. The moment Kendrick put out the bad information, Drake's camp would have came out and said, aha, I got you. I planted this through so-and-so. It was the first 2 days that happened.
In Family Matters, he was like,
don't have a daughter.
He was like,
we planted.
You might just want to get proof.
Go online. Go online right now. Go online. Let the people decide. Let the people decide. Go online right now and see how many people are dancing. How many memes are to Drake's song, and then see how many memes are going on to Kendrick's song, his last song. Even though you don't like it, it's not about what we like. At the end of the day, it's about what they let the people speak.
The court of public opinion is saying Kendrick.
I mean,
they're dancing to this shit. They're dancing to this OVO shit.
I'll give Kendrick this. He won the battle because he made it about race. That's how.
Okay.
Don't fall for that.
I want to hear the nigga that's.
Charles almost fell for the conservative bait and switch. You know what they do?
Bait and switch is the facts.
They try to frame the argument to get you agree.
Nigga, the whole argument online is about race.
It's about race.
It's about Drake being a Jew and Drake being white.
That's
all it's about.
Only people who don't understand the difference between race and culture would say it about race. I know you understand the difference between race and culture, Trip, but you're just pushing the narrative. It's about when we got on Charles talk.
The narrative, dog. I'm at my wits end with niggas.
It's about somebody who was not of our culture.
You to be isolated, stationary.
It's about someone that is cosplaying in our culture, who's playing in our face.
Every nigga's cosplaying in the culture.
The culture decided we're gonna let you cosplay as long as you're helping everybody else. We see that you ain't this, but you're helping.
The whole culture is a cosplay.
But now
you're right.
Now that he decided to align with his true cultural allegiances, and then pulled the ladder up, trying to block people's releases, stop people's money. They're like, oh no, we about to expose you now.
And you're right. And he's right.
Because you was getting everybody money, but now that you ain't trying to help.
He's right. The whole shit is cosplay. You're right. The whole shit is cosplay. The Talib Kweli catering to black people, catering to a certain community. The Tyler Perry shit. All that shit is cosplay. But
tell him about Fonte. He admitted he stole Fonte beats and style when he first came out. I love fucking Little Brother.
That was his favorite rapper. That's his favorite rapper. Fonte is his favorite rapper.
Shit, and he admitted he stole their whole shit.
Yeah, Fonte is. But this is the thing. Trip. When you get to a certain level, it's okay to play with the black community in our face and cater. Wale does this shit all the time. He does this shit all the time. All he does is he caters to women that are insecure, single black mothers. It's a market for that. Just like Tyler Perry caters to it. But when you ask Clifton Powell, who's different from Tyler Perry and Spike Lee, he like, nigga, Spike Lee make us pay for our own flights to get to the motherfucking jump. He was like, Tyler Perry puts us on a fucking plane, dog. Everything is paid for. He said, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry takes care of people. So even though he's playing in your face, he's still hiring 1,000 black people on his set to work. He's giving jobs to not just his friends, to everybody that's in Atlanta trying to hustle.
So what's better then?
I mean, if you're feeding the community, I can't come for you. If you give people a place,
feeding the community, you're feeding select niggas who give that community toxic shit.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're giving stage hands.
You just said it though.
You're giving producers. You're giving producers that get out of college.
It's a difference. Spike Lee.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop this.
No. You just asked a question. Listen to the answer. Spike Lee's created cultural moments for our culture. He created high-level artistic art that we gonna be celebrated from decades and years to come. Yeah. Tyler Perry created a whole industry for black people.
Yes.
Even though I don't agree with
hands, food people.
Medea shit. I can't deny that he created a black industry that did not exist.
Yes. Everybody that's on his set are not actors. They're just niggas getting out. They're just like your sons and daughters, like your daughter just getting out of college looking for a job, bruh. Like she's not getting that job. Look. She's not getting that job with who the dude that created Westworld. She's not getting that job with your man that created Westworld. She's not getting the job with she's not getting that job over there.
He's not getting he created thousands of jobs. He created industry. That's the difference. You get a little more leeway in the industry.
And that's what we wanted for Drake. We wanted him to create the same industry that he ate off of. That made him huge, because all these white kids, all these Mexican kids, they want to be like us. My best friend out here is Armenian. He's 30 years old. He loves Drake. But you know what he loves too? Everything that's on the Billboard. All he does is follow everything that's in the top 40. He don't know shit about Killer Mike. He don't know shit about motherfucking Das Effect. But I mean, when it comes to the music, keep it to the music.
Okay.
Keep it to the music. He don't know shit about black music. He don't know shit about Jill Scott. He don't know shit about Jasmine Sullivan, Erykah Badu. All he cares about was on that top 40. And anything that falls in that top 40,
he can fucking cosplay, because he ain't. You know what I'm saying? What he can replicate and identify. Like it's very hard. Like if a white person is doing some neo soul, you know they really so like fucking what's my man name that plays the keys when he was in the Roots, you know that nigga really got
Robin Thicke. Yeah, you could tell.
Oh no, not Robin Thicke. Scott Storch. Like,
oh yeah, Scott Storch. He's a real nigga. He a nigga.
White people who really got soul, because neo soul is like the hardest genre for white people to duplicate. You gotta have some fucking soul. But yeah, you see a white person at the neo soul club.
You know what the Trip, you know what Cohen, you know what the hardest genre is? Mark Ronson told us when we started out Wale. He told us he said go-go is the hardest genre to catch.
Oh, absolutely.
He was like he can't. That's the hardest genre. He was like, I can't do it. Pharrell tried to do it too. He was like, Pharrell couldn't even catch on to it. He was like, he don't understand it.
You gotta be in the motherfucking pocket. If you don't understand the pocket, you can't do it.
Trip.
But
I told my man from Ivy City, I said, if Drake came around your hood for a month, for a day, I said, y'all would rob him. I said, Kendrick, y'all would be sitting there talking about all types of shit, all types of relatable shit. I said, how are you relating to Drake over Kendrick? I was like, this is a nigga that you can sit there and smoke a blunt with and read and talk about your same kids. Drake ain't even around his kids. He just started being around his kids. He just started posting his kids.
I don't know if that's a fact.
You do know that's a fact because he never
and
posted before.
He had to shame that man as being a father.
I don't post my kids, but I'm around my kids.
Hold on. It's a fact that a diss track made him be a father.
Yes, because he still wouldn't have posted them. If you don't post your kids, don't make a nigga post your kids if you don't feel jealous, if you don't feel no type of way about it.
I'm not
going to
still
post your kids.
I'm not going to say that because I've never been in the position where a nigga embarrassed me in front of the world and
right.
You never know what was going on.
But don't jump to personal shit and talk about people being racist. Keep that shit all the way gangster. Like Jay-Z, when Jay-Z came that
Hold
shit,
on, bro.
Jay-Z
You telling me not to do that? Because
no. I'm not saying you. I'm saying when you got that type of limelight, when you're in that type of limelight, Beyonce could have came out at any time and been like, fuck everybody else. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing the country music album. I'm better than everybody else.
I think Drake had every right to say that Rick Ross was being racist. Joking or not, I think he had every right.
It wasn't a good look though.
Fuck Rick Ross. You came straight at me and you keep calling me white boy. Fuck you.
Listen, Anthony Edwards was outside and he didn't like gay people and he said something about being paused or something about being gay. But he had to take that shit back. When you're on a certain level, like I said, when you got so much responsibility, much is required of you. It's a total different level. This is not motherfucking. This is not the metaverse, my nigga. This is the real world.
He called him white boy not because it's racist. He called him white boy because culturally he was starting to act like a white person.
Yep.
Like he was being a Karen. When you start sending, snitching and telling, sending cease and desist, that's Karen behavior.
But
just pull up and have a conversation with the nigga. Just have a conversation with the nigga. It's French Montana, dog. Just have a conversation with the nigga. He's a hood nigga.
Ken and Karen. Motherfucking Ken, motherfucking Karen.
To be honest with you, at this point in my life, I don't care who's a hood nigga, who's not, who's this, who's not.
Drake cares. Yeah, that's why he did songs with them. You ain't doing no songs with Sexy Red and Future. Because like you said, you don't give a fuck about being a real nigga. Drake always cared about what people said.
Bro, he started doing tracks with Young Thug. Now he's slime. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason I did that, I mean, you guys have points, but the only reason that you don't is because everybody in the game does this, and I feel like
no, they don't. Kendrick does not do that.
Kendrick don't do that. He put out an album every 4 or 5 years, like you just said. Well, hold on. You just said that Kendrick put out an album every 4 years.
But let's be honest, Kendrick got famous off Drake.
No, he didn't. He got famous off of Good Kid, Mad City and Section 80. Section 80.
80 was great.
Drake gave him some great, but if he wasn't good, he wouldn't have took him on tour either.
He has several interviews where he gives Drake the credit for that. Come on, let's tell the truth.
He's a good dude. Kendrick is a good dude. He's always been a good dude. He's a real humble dude.
I'll tell the truth. Most niggas ain't.
That's why Cole backed out.
The first time I heard of Kendrick was "If I Was in the Pine Box." That was the first Kendrick Lamar song I heard. Then I looked him up. Then I found out about Section 80.
Please listen to Section 80 again, bro.
I've listened to it a billion times. I was about to call him Christian Lamar. I was a Kendrick Lamar listener. I fucked with Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City. After that, when it was To Pimp a Butterfly, I'm like,
I didn't really like A Pimp the Butterfly too, but Mr. Morale, you didn't like Mr. Morale either?
Marxists done got in your ear. Now you want to be Malcolm X.
Damn was like that though. You can't say Damn wasn't like that. Damn got
Damn was the jump. Damn was the classic.
Damn is.
Please listen to Damn Trip. You gotta listen to Damn, man.
I'm Section 80, and I'm.
You gotta listen to Damn. See, that's why he not listening. We can't really talk to you about it. I've listened to all Drake's albums. I'm a Drake fan. I know Drake. I know more Drake lines than you do, bro.
That's not true.
Don't get patient when it takes too long. Yes, I do. I know more Drake albums.
Kendrick put Big Sean on the shelf would be humble for like had that man going through mental health problems.
Hold on, Chaz.
With a slide, with a sneak.
Can you do 5 Drake lines? Can we do 5
more
Drake lines? You know Drake more than me.
Immature than Marcus Houston.
Huh? That's one. How many? Go again. I got 10 more for you. I got 10 more Drake lines. Because Drake talked about my life.
This is
I'm about to bow out of this one.
Yeah, you don't want to go toe to toe with me with Drake lines.
I mean, we
don't get impatient when it takes too long. Don't get impatient when it takes too long.
I'm a Drake fan too, but I'm a bow out of this one.
Listen, Cohen. Let me go down the line. Don't get impatient when it takes too long. I got bitches asking me for the code for the Wi-Fi so they can talk about their timeline and show me pictures of their friends just to tell me they ain't really friends. I got another one. That? Yeah, that's he didn't write that. Quentin wrote that.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was Quentin Miller
wrote that. That was Quentin Miller. That joint was fire. Yeah, that joint was fire. But that was the firest joint one of those joints I heard. What's another joint?
I know a line.
Or the fact that
niggas sharing bars like a 2-man sale.
That's the joint he was talking about. But he was talking about more people than Drake. He was talking about more people than Drake, though.
I know.
Yeah, he was talking about more people than Drake. But as I said, he missed that.
I think he was talking about Kanye and Drake together, honestly.
He was talking about Pusha. He was talking about Pusha too. I know Pusha's ghostwriter. I mean, shit. Why am I on here saying this? How many people you got on here? Yeah, how many people you got on here? I gotta stop drinking. Look, I'm on my. I gotta stop drinking.
We got exclusive.
I gotta stop drinking.
We got exclusive.
That's my best friend. I gotta stop it. Yeah. How many people on here, man?
The King of the North.
I gotta stop drinking.
The North remembers.
All right, man, you got it. Nope, we don't remember this.
We didn't hear it.
It's more people. All I'm telling you, Cohen, it's more people that he was talking about. That's like he was talking about the behalf of the industry, but pretty much.
I mean, like you said, bro. I do some music industry stuff too. So the song, like the greatest artists of all time, be in the studio with 3 to 4 to 5 people, and to make the type of records, like I'm such a fan. Like the Dreams and the Neos. The Carrie Hilson, Lil Yachty.
Carrie Hilson is a goat. Carrie Hilson is a goat.
They are fucking tank. They the unsung heroes of the music industry to me. So I don't even look at it as nothing dirty. It's like, bro, this is the process of making music.
If Carrie Hilson thought she could beat Beyonce in a war, like Kendrick knows that he thinks that he could beat Drake in a war, she would have been battled Beyonce. She would have been came out and said what she needed to say about how she felt she was treated over Beyonce, how Beyonce was treated over her.
But Carrie Hilson's a professional.
Yeah.
Well, she got class too. And she want to see, and it's not about pulling somebody down, because Beyonce is also lifting people up too. She's not just sitting around like, oh, I got my money, I got my shit. She got 15 people that's writing for her on one song.
Yeah,
so
but
Beyonce is also giving back.
I feel like that's unfair to say about Drake, because most of the niggas who are beefing with him right now, he pulled up. And
Kanye helped him out. Kanye
hold on. I'm out. When you talking about A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, fucking Rick Ross, all of these dudes that went on record to say that Drake went out of his way to look out for them. They all went on record to say that.
But went out his way. Drake is on record also praising all of them as well. So
which is fine. But what I'm saying is to make this guy seem like he's such a bad guy.
Oh no, something happened. And I put the joint with Metro. I put the joint in the. Can I put the joint in the chat? Can I put the joint in the chat? Can I put the joint in the chat? And let me put the screenshots.
Yeah.
Trip, you my man, $100,000. But if you started moving funny, I could say, hey, this man was 100% in the past, but he got on the level and started moving funny.
Which I mean, you know me better than that. If it's one, okay.
Well, they didn't know Drake better than that.
Say what?
Apparently, he started moving. The whole issue is that all of them are saying publicly that he started moving funny.
But ironically, it's a bitch in the middle of everyone, each and every one of those situations.
No. It's not about women. It's not about women. I just sent you. Post it. Can you post it? Trip, post it. I just sent it to you. I just texted to you. Post that in the chat. That's something Metro just put. And Metro is being cool because Metro is like a chill dude. He's not really trying to make it big. But it's something that he put in there that he was like, I can really expose
You put it in the private chat?
I put it. I texted to you, so you can put it in the chat.
And Drake and Drake has a history of attacking women. Like he went out of his way to try to attack Rihanna and brought ASAP into it. He went out of his way to speak on Serena. He go out of his way to speak on women, and that's another thing. It's like when I really played the tape back, I was like, bro, you
not with black women, not with those black women. You can't fuck around with those black women.
He went out of his way to speak on women. Like, do you love women? Hate women?
Amanda Seals. If he was talking on Amanda Seals, that'd be different. But not with this. Not with these black women.
I go out of my way to speak on a woman if she talking crazy. Shit.
Not when black women. Not when the majority of black women are the people that's at your tours.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother problem. You
gotta look, man. You gotta work smarter, man, not harder, man.
That ain't a.
Look, I'm one of the niggas, man. Look, man. All right, so Metro Rumor says I'm lame, but the first week after the hashtag like that, you tried to block it at the radio. I've been sitting on this email for a month now, but just waiting to spare you. Oh, you ain't like that record? Oh, okay. All right, I get the joke. I was like, why do you say that? I get the joke now. Metro Boomin is a cornball, for the record. That's corny. But okay, redacted. It's all redacted. This could be anything, bro.
He taking out the email people, so you don't got all the people that
read the email, nigga.
Read the email.
All right, let's read it. It says, "Hey, Becca. Per our conversation last week, we are not granting radio rights for Like That. Epic does not have the right to release this song at radio. Thanks for your understanding and cooperation." Okay, how do we know that's from Drake?
Why wouldn't it be from Drake?
How do we know? What you mean, why wouldn't it? How do we know?
Who else is going to block the record?
How do we know this is even from Epic?
Who else would it be from?
Everything's redacted.
The album is under Epic. Everything is under Epic. Drake is signed to Epic, bro. You didn't know that? Drake is under Epic. Universal is under Epic. All of them is under Epic.
How do we know that Drake did this?
The same way, the reason why Drake was able to get a double album with a nigga that wasn't that, like you said, a nigga that wasn't as big as him. You're contradicting everything that you're saying, Trip.
Hold on, wait a minute. How did I contradict it?
Because you just said that Future at that time that wasn't as big as an artist. That's why he had to he had to get Drake. Drake needed him. They needed to work together to get that album out. Because it's hard to get a double album out with another artist. Like that's why that R. Kelly and Jay-Z shit that almost didn't happen. You gotta have a pool. You gotta have some pool to do a double album.
Or maybe you gotta like young girls to get a double album out. Coincidence? I don't know.
Yo, you niggas ain't shit. I'm telling you that right now.
Hollywood ain't shit. Hollywood ain't shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of them.
So Cohen, I was with Flipstar and Busta Rhymes smoking the other day. When Trip called me.
Hold on.
I want him to tell you with Busta Rhymes with Flipstar.
I want you to say that for a second. Let me just say this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube, or whatever you're watching on, hit that link if you want to join the conversation. We are all, well, I'm a firefighter, but these niggas want smoke too. So if you disagree with anything we're saying, hit the link, call in. We're here for at least another maybe 30, 45 minutes. Back to you though, Chaz.
Oh, no, I gotta get off. I'm gonna say the last thing I'm gonna say. I enjoyed the conversation because I kind of like Trip does it, he puts it out there for, and I mean, like I say, it's a conversation. It's a good conversation. I think it's great for hip hop because we kept Taylor Swift off the fucking billboards. Anything that we can try to keep her out in the #1 spot, I think I think if all of this was done, if all of this is a bigger plan, I doubt, like you said, black people are not that smart. We're not that smart to do some shit like that. So I think I doubt that that's what's going on. But anything to keep keep her all out of that top spot. So I think it's good for hip hop. I think it's good for rap right now because the music was really no albums are getting green lighted.
No,
unless you're a big person, you're not getting your album green lighted. If you're Fabulous, you can't come out with an album right now.
Yo, can I say this before you leave? What do you think about the dumb niggas who was trying to release music during this whole beef? Like what? How dumb?
That's probably the most unfortunate thing that I think because we just released the music. We just released a song with DJ Dahi, and Dahi is on here. Raven Lene is a new R&B artist from Chicago, and we just released her record. We just released her single coming out. She's been around a long time under Soul Lection. She came from the same camp as Gold Link, Summer Walker, all that shit back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember Soul Lection.
Yeah, Joe K, my man, bro. I love Soul Lection.
Yeah, well, the dude that started Soul Lection shut the whole shit down. Yeah. So that's why all the artists, like Six Black, all of them went over to Love Renaissance with Summer Walker and all the Haitian dudes from Atlanta that came to Atlanta and set up shop. So they got Alex Vaughn now too from DC. They just signed Alex Vaughn. DJ Money, shout out to DJ Money over there. So I think right now it was. I think some people don't have the choice to not release it. I think if you're already on like I told you, Drake is the only person. These big artists are only people that have the luxury of releasing their music when they want to release it. All these other artists, they gotta kind of like they on the time scale. They gotta release it before people forget about them or before the records get too old.
Unless you're Sexy Red.
That's what's
Sexy Red.
So look,
no, but Cohen, they're pushing Sexy Red right now. They're pushing her. If you could tell, she's the cash cow. So they're pushing records out her ass, and where she's going to be burnt out. She's going to be burnt out in a year. Ice Spice has already pretty much got another year. She probably got another year before that sound dies down. So everything is going to come back. Real music is going to come back. Remember when Jay-Z did the Def Auto Tune. We're looking for that, and that's what I told Craig, the producer. I told him, I was like, we need that to come back. We need that type of movement, that Def Auto Tune or that Def of the bullshit to come back to save us. And I think Kendrick is our only one because Drake is teaming up with the bullshit. Instead of separating himself, he's kind of teaming up and grabbing all the money that he can on the way, while he's at the top. He's just grabbing all the money that he can.
I thought Cole was going to have the impact too, but it felt like Cole started teaming up with the bullshit a little bit too. And his
come on, now you're going to say
Drake, his loyalty.
They apologize. Don't do him like that.
Nah, bro.
He bowed out, Cole, and you got to leave him alone, man. He bowed
out. He doesn't even know.
His last couple features, he was starting to feed the machine too.
Well, he probably saw it.
We can't like
Kendrick told him, "Hey, nigga, this about to be the play."
Hold on, man. Kendrick came all over the shit. And Kodak is a sex offender. So let's come on.
You say what?
Kodak's a sex offender, and Kendrick had Kodak all over his shit.
Oh, because Kodak is very talented. He's one of the most talented.
He is. Kodak is very talented.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is he's a sex offender.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. So
yeah.
What did he do?
He offended someone sexually.
Yeah, Kodak got a whole lot of shit with him. But Kodak is but see, this is the thing. Kodak is not out here trying to be something that he's not. And that's why Kendrick respects him, Trip. Once again, we go back to this again. Kodak is not trying to be somebody that he's not. Drake is.
I'm not trying to be a nigga that isn't sex offending. I'm just a sex offender. That's me. So
that's him. That's him.
What exactly did he do?
Hold on, y'all.
Fucking with the young girls. Fucking with them young girls. He was fucking with some young girls. He was fucking around with some young girls. He was hitting on some girls too. You know what I'm saying? Kodak got like a little assault. He got some assault shit too with him. But Kendrick loves him because he's super talented. He's one of the most talented. He's one of my favorite artists.
Kodak is definitely talented. I'm an advocate for Kodak Black, even though
Yes.
Yes, he's trash, and
I didn't like the shit he came out and said about Lauren London. I lost a lot of respect for him, but he is who he is.
I kind of respected him more. I respected him more when he said it.
You a wild. You a wild.
Somebody got to say that shit. Somebody got to say it. Kodak said it.
You a wild nigga. But no, I mean, he just, Kodak just who he is. And I think when Kendrick's around us, he understands, like, we're hood niggas. Like, the first thing he asked Craig, he was like, are you from D.C.? And he was like, Craig, he was like, where you from? And Craig was like, I'm from D.C. And he was like, I can, you're one of the niggas in this industry that not like everybody else. You're not coming in here in Balmain jeans and 10 chains on. And Craig wear, pajamas to the studio. We DC niggas, we come with some New Balance on and some pajama pants on. You know what I'm saying? So we still those type of dudes. So Kendrick respects those type of people. Just be who you are, man. Like, if this is who you are, be who you are. But don't be that other dude that I gotta pull your card. Now we gotta pull your card because nobody wants to pull that guy's card. It's not fun to pull that guy's card.
But now he slimed out. He slimed out in Atlanta.
Kendrick
he got plaits in his head. He got plaits in his head. You got plaits. Drake got plaits in his head now, and all that other shit. Oh,
so do Kendrick.
Kendrick's been that dude though. He's been that dude.
All I'm saying is tell Kendrick no hard feelings. Pause.
I got that thug in love.
But I listen. All I'm saying is when it comes to the sport of rap, I do give it to Drake. That's just
I know. But Kendrick's talking about the same stuff on Mr. Morale. Please listen to Mr. Morale, because on Rich Spirit, the jump with Kodak, he's talking about the fake activists. He's talking about staying away from everybody. Kendrick don't fuck with nobody, bruh. He don't fuck with nobody. That's why he not at the parties. He not in Turks and Caicos. He not
don't say that. I'll be in Turks and Caicos on Friday.
Are you attending the freak off in Turks and Caicos?
I go with my wife. It's all on what she want to do.
Yeah, I got that money. That's what you probably see Drake out there. No bullshit. You probably gonna see Drake out there.
That's right where he at. Look,
they said that's where he at all the time.
He probably got the secret invitation, Charles. He just saying, "Oh, I'm out there with the wife."
It's only light skinned niggas only. Light skinned niggas only. Right. Light skinned niggas only. We invite.
Hey,
when you get on, bro. Don't pull the ladder up.
Hell no, I'm coming. Cohen, I'm still coming home. You saw the South Park shit. We scored the South Park shit last week, 2 years ago. The South Park shit, this is good for Kendrick because all this is building up to the South Park. Did you know, Cohen, did you see the South Park shit?
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna give it a trip. I'm gonna send you the text message with the South Park shit. Because it's about reparations. I'm gonna send you the whole jump so you can talk about it.
Okay. And look, I'm a different nigga now. But I'll talk about it.
He's a Republican. Yeah. He's a Republican shield now. He's bought and paid for.
No, so they ain't pay me no money.
Issues that make sense. He's already paid for. Look, he's a YouTube partner now. He's bought and paid for.
Oh, you can't send that. You an industry player. You can't
send that. That partner, he was fully.
I'm coming back home this summer just to throw my DMV Unplugged, events down at Balsa in Adams Morgan. So it's all for new artists. No,
I'm not that dude. Are you locked in on Adams Morgan?
Yeah, because we got a free venue there. It's a free venue. Yeah, it's a free venue. But look, we're looking for different venues.
Talk to me offline.
I'm gonna talk to you offline about the different venues. Yeah.
Adams Morgan is. I'll be there though.
No, it's a small intimate venue. It's not, what I'm saying, it's all jazz and soul. Bring your woman, bring your girl, bring your baby mother. You know what I'm saying? It's a real chill.
But if you need some other venues, bro, holler at me, bro. You know that.
I gotta hit you about the venue
right there.
Yeah, I gotta hit you about the venue.
I got a few spots for you.
Got you. And that's what it's about, Trip. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, giving back and networking with like-minded people.
Good spots, black-owned spots, already got stage lighting and sound.
Don't go to no black-owned spots, but we got you. That's a fact, though. Come on.
Armenian dude on that spot. He on that spot. I think it's Armenian. I think he is Spanish or Spain or something like that.
I got a crazy spot on K Street. We can talk about that. Conan, where you going?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Whole ass nigga. All right, well, bro. So you logging on, bro?
You got the reparation shit. Go ahead and talk about that for a second.
Man, I'm not even on that no more, man. I don't care about that shit. I'm done. I've been
talking
seeing
about the South
everything.
Park. I'm talking about the South Park shit I just texted you.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Because this is all good. This is all good pub for Kendrick.
So you want me to play it? I can send it to myself.
Yeah, but you can post it. Just post it and talk and read it.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me see this.
Or you can save it. It don't matter.
Send this to the Mac. Yeah, I put this on the screen. Let's go. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, man, if you're on Twitter's where it's at actually.
Yo, Minnesota is blowing Denver out by 26 points. God damn.
Yeah, that's how I go. So yeah, so I have one more topic I want to talk about tonight, man. You got any more time, or what you got?
Cohen's still
Let
on.
Charles go, man. He let him go enjoy the bar.
Nah, my phone about to die.
Okay, all right. I mean, it's all good. Let's get to the last topic. If you make it through, congratulations. Yeah, let's get into this topic real quick, on. I don't want to argue with this nigga the whole day. So we might as well just get into this last topic. It is about these 304s. Let's get it. Hold on. Let's get it.
Y'all be the first one to criticize them. Look at them.
Hold on. Shit. Fucking Instagram. I hate Instagram, man.
Look at them crazy. Y'all couldn't.
Give me 1 second. Jesus Christ.
You should be on fan base then, huh?
Y'all be the most hating motherfuckers. Be hating on them brothers. You getting a white woman. Y'all be the first one to criticize them. Look at them crazy. Y'all couldn't handle us. Go get you a white girl because you couldn't handle us. Well, first of all, a man shouldn't have to handle your crazy ass anyway. And if he has to, he need to put your ass behind some padded walls. This shit's crazy, man. Y'all know y'all don't like that. Y'all dislike it more than the brothers seeing y'all with a white man. We don't give a shit. More like we think y'all crazy anyway, because y'all got that white boy because he don't want to go put up with your crazy ass. That's what we thinking. I don't care that he took you. There's plenty of you heifers out there. We're gonna fight for you for. And a black man of a certain status could get any race of woman. Black women can't say that. So to sit there and say, man, oh well, we don't. Y'all care. Y'all will look at them crazy shit interracial couple, and y'all sisters, y'all need to stop this shit. Y'all be the most hating motherfuckers. Be hating on them. All
right, so I thought it was a pretty funny clip. What do you think about that shit, Conan?
I'm thinking before I took myself out of the streets, I never really dated white women significantly. I ain't never know what to talk about with them. And I'm a pretty good conversationalist. I just never resonated with me.
It's actually pretty easy.
I ran into a couple freak junks before, but just, I didn't ever know what to talk about.
No, I mean, I thought what he said was interesting only because it's not to disparage any women or anything like that. It's just we really don't care when y'all date outside your race. But they seem to care when we do.
I mean, because we're the prize in that sense.
Be careful! Don't say that.
They're way less eligible men than there is women. So for them, they feel it when they see that that woman or that man with the white woman, because that's a one less man that's available for them. When we look at it, it's like, we could take it. It's plenty of them. Like another fish in the sea, blah, 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 like whatever. We are a successful or just a decent single black man is a lot more rare.
Say that again.
So, a successful, decent black man is a lot more rare than that for our female counterparts. The ratio is now probably like 17 or 18 to 1. So if I see one of my sisters dating outside of their race, I'm not gonna look at them sideways because they may have to, because it's if every black woman wanted to date a black man, it's literally not enough of us. So they either have to practice polygamy or they have to date outside their race if all things are equal.
Or they could just stop being bitches.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I'm not letting you waste no more of my time.
No, I'm just talking. I'm talking shit.
You're not about to waste no more of my time tonight. What's your final thoughts?
No waste of time. Like I said, I just
you're on fucking autopilot right now.
Disclaimer: I'm married to a black woman.
That's like saying I got a white friend, dude.
Bro, come on, you haven't noticed I'm with the shits, man.
You ought to look. You ought to punch cards on that. You ought to punches on that card.
I'm with the shits.
That shit like the free lunch ticket. You done punched the Monday, Tuesday. that motherfucker punched out, man.
Man, look. I'll let you go first, man.
Hey, man, it's good to be back on the show. Haven't been on in a while. I enjoyed myself. Shout out to Charles from the West Coast. Shout out to the Grammy winner. Now he's no longer Grammy nominated. We appreciate him popping out. Like I said, man, it was a clashes of culture, right? This whole beef music cycle. That's the thing I took from it. It's a real clash of culture, because while I am a fan of Drake's, I am also a fan of Kendrick Lamar's. And when I had to think about these diss records critically, what they meant to the culture, what the backstory was about these records, I think it is a battle for the culture right now. Drake represents one part of the culture. Kendrick Lamar represents another part of the culture. And I think it's time for the Drakes of the world, who are pushing the sexy reds, who are pushing sexualizing young girls, who are pushing just general degeneracy in our culture. It's time for them to take a back seat to the people who are highlighting better aspects of our culture. And if it takes the downfall of Drake for that to happen, so be it. That's my final thoughts.
All right. Brave final thoughts from Mr. Cosby. Listen, you guys already know what page I'm on. I already said it at the beginning of the show. I'm not as optimistic as Mr. Cosby. Based on the research and the results, the community's awash already. So I'm here to advise young men and young women who are smart enough to also have a realistic conceptualization of reality on my Jordan Peterson shit. So
don't hurt yourself.
So the nuance is I think that what we, the smart Black folks, have to realize is that most Black people at this point they aren't that smart. And it's not because of any genetics. It's just because of programming and regurgitation and bastardized families. So, if you believe in running your family the correct way, I suggest that you isolate yourself from the foolishness and proceed accordingly. Because the upcoming months are not going to be easy, especially for those of us who aren't prepared. But what do I know? Listen, whether you agree, you disagree, or you're indifferent, you believe in running your family the correct way. Oh my God, what's going on?
Oh, that was my fault.
Oh, okay. No worries, man. Yeah, that echo was crazy. But anyway, man, like, we out of here, man. For myself and Cosby Digital, peace out. Catch you niggas on the next one.
I'm really on fire. Popping up the grease and I'm peppermint. Hey, damn, money back up. Let me go, she don't know how to act up. Asian white, Latino, and black up. It's only one thing to do on this track. Hey, damn, money back up. Let me go, she don't know how to act up. Asian white, Latino, and black up. It's only one thing to do on this track.
Now then, did you get chopped and screwed by a competitor who said they were going to hook it up, then went ghost when it was time for your delivery? Here at Gallery Furniture, you know, we stay knocking on doors like Pimp C and Little Kiki, and you know when you cop from Gallery Furniture, in 4 hours or less, our delivery team is going to show up and show out because we don't do it for the clout. This is what Gallery Furniture and we are all about. We can't leave you riding dirty on that hand-me-down sofa. We need you to shine so clean with that new from Gallery Furniture. Text me, Mattress Mac, your triple OG partner from the north side at 281-844-1963. I'm going to plug you in with $600 off your purchase of $2,000 or more because a real hustler like you got to be living lavish. And if your credit is all up, you know I run it like Chameleonaire and Slim Thugger.